Hi there, my name is Phixfox and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 2. This is the FHeroes edition, and this is going to be part 2 of Dragon Wars. It's been a fantastic playthrough so far, although I think that we are in a very precarious situation. We're about 2 hours, about 2 to 3 months into this playthrough, and the issue that we are finding at this point is this. We have one castle that's pumping out dragons in this Dragon War, and there are many enemy castles pumping out many more dragons in other places. And we have left off at a point where I do not know if this scenario is winnable. I don't know if we have a chance to even make some headway from this point on, but we've had a couple of victories and we're going to just see if we can keep on rolling and stay alive as long as we can. So with that being said, let me take you on the quick tour. As we load back into Phixfox here, we just fought a major fight with our primary hero. Ambrose the Knight is level 9. He's got 10 attack, 10 defense, 7 spell power, and 3 knowledge. He's got 4 dragons currently in his army, and I don't hate the way that we've kind of worked these secondary skills out. They seem pretty okay for me. One of the best things about these secondary skills that we've picked up, or rather these primary stats with the attack and the defense, is that we just defeated KASTORE the Warlock. Hopefully we will be able to find him for ourselves later, but he dropped us the +2/+2 from the spiked shield, this +3 in defense from the breastplate, the +2 for the power axe of Dominion, and a +1 from this giant's flail. So that was essentially, with all that being said, that's about 5 attack, 5 defense that we just picked up. I'm feeling much better about our chances from there. We do have some issues though. This is a map where, as you can see in the mini map in the upper right corner, it being the head of a dragon and the cracked earth here being kind of the flames. We're going to explore a little bit more of that map, but we are here on this left eye, the eye that is more closely to the western half, and this castle is a lost condition. If we ever lose this Warlock castle, we simply lose the game. And what do I see if I go up the road? I do see Fallagar. We have had to defeat Fallagar twice, and both times he escaped, and he is still, I believe, the enemy's primary hero. If I'm going to go into the tavern here, or rather the Thieves Guild, yes, he is. So Wrathmont is Red's primary hero. Fallagar is Green's primary hero. If Fallagar decides to simply dive from this position straight south along the main road here, they will be able to defeat us. The enemies have not scouted this position, neither green nor red, and so we're going to have to stay alive and hope that we go unnoticed for as long as possible. Got a couple of other heroes. Nobody's really doing much of else. I don't recall if I had more that I needed to do with these heroes. I suppose not. I guess I can have Ariel head on up here. I'm just going to have her sit on this new lith. I am going to hit spacebar a couple times though, because I want to see if this is going to take us somewhere nifty. And it looks like it does not. This is just kind of the one place this goes. For now, we're going to stay right here so that there's no enemies that will come through this area. We've already had to deal with that a couple of times. And the less I have to deal with enemies coming right in behind me, the happier I am going to be. It's going to be Ruby the Knight picking up this Magic Garden. I think everybody else is good. Agar's just holding out in case we have to try and mount some sort of defense against Fallagar. Let's see what he ends up doing. So we do just lose our crystal mine there, and I think I just realized, I think I just left Crag hack the Barbarian. I think that we might have let our enemy get a little bit too close there. Sarakin is definitely saying, hey, buddy, you definitely let them get a little too close to me. He is going to get the chance to run. I don't recall if Sarakin is a particularly excellent hero or not. He has the Seeing Eye pendant. At the very least, we ought to simply run so that way we do not turn these artifacts over for free. No magic arrow, no cold ray, no nothing. This is, by the way, Crodo the Warlock. I think that we've actually beaten Crodo once or twice. I think that he came through the lith to our northwest through that one lith. So I'm happy to see him over here. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. And it's going to be Sarakin that runs. I do really like the Seeing Eye pendant. Being able to completely ignore one of the best disabling spells in the game with the blind is a big deal, but I have to tell you, I think that my plan is to just use dragons, and if I have dragons, you don't really need that artifact, and as you can tell, we're already pretty much full on artifacts, so I'm hoping I can find another hero very quickly and offload some of these troops. As I move some of my other forces, Crag hack here, I guess he's doing a good job of just playing bait. He's going to get Fallagar to follow him as far as he can, and we'll scout in the meantime. I think I was looking at this map previously, and I realized this. I had plotted a path back home. If Fallagar goes that way, I see some opportunity where maybe we could defeat some enemies here. I think that these gentlemen are small potatoes. They're not really a big thing for me. I feel like going through this stone lith is actually maybe my best bet here for this reason. We've seen that this lith came to this corner and there is a dragon city here. If this lith that we've just spotted, if that will go over to this corner and there's another dragon city, maybe we are able to commandeer some dragons. It's about day 7. Maybe we can go and grab them before some enemy does, and we can bolster our forces in the field. All of this is predicated on whether or not Fallagar turns back to head our way, or if he continues to chase Crag Hack. Crag Hack, you are the little bunny rabbit on the dog racing track, and the little white rabbit just sprints forward and all the greyhounds chase it. Crag Hack, you are doing a great service to your army, to your commander, and I appreciate it. So we are going to go into these stone lifts, and I'm hoping it's going to take us off here to the right-hand side. It does not. So we are going to have to hit spacebar a couple more times just to make sure that this is going to take us where we want to go. So far, nothing exciting. I'm guessing that this is a one-way lift sort of a deal. And where does this take us? This does take us not too far away from Brindamore. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to get from this new location to there. It looks like this is probably a solid wall of rock. I'm guessing that this area over there ends much like the one on the left-hand side. The western side is going to be probably mirrored, and so you're probably not going to be able to get down here. I'm guessing that this lith is actually meant to teleport you behind your enemies and give you a chance to deal with them. I think that we need to take this opportunity with 4 dragons. Again, if Fallagar doesn't turn back around, I think that we just need to use Ambrose to fight while we're strong. It's day 7. They're probably going to get another resupply, but let's just head as north as quickly as we possibly can. Ignoring whatever we can, maybe. Tree of Knowledge. We're level 9. We'll come back for that Tree of Knowledge later. And we're just going to see if we can make headway right over to here, maybe in this direction. There's a sulfur mine. I'd love to pick up that sulfur mine. Let's ignore it for now. We might actually, oh my goodness, hold on. With our movement points, we might actually be able to reach it all the way over here. By the way, worth noting that we do have the True Compass of Mobility and the Nomad's Boots of Mobility. These artifacts do not stack. I appreciate it very much. Mushon Kipet, he indicated that these artifacts don't stack. You only get the effect once from these movement boots, so you can ideally have True Compass of Mobility, Nomad's Boots of Mobility, and the Traveler's Boots, but we're gonna still be very speedy. This being about 2,900 movement points, I think we can get here. Day 7, I think we can get here if we really try. So let's plan on making that happen. Let's have the rest of our heroes be smart. Does Ruby needs estates? She does. Let's have her go grab that. And then I don't see any reason that we ought to be too fancy with this. I think we're going to have Ariel do just a tiny bit of scouting into this area. One more step. Ah, there's a sulfur mine there. I think that we're going to come back and we're going to grab that sulfur mine next time. 1, 2, 3 heroes. Crodo, several dragons. Wrathmont, pack of dragons. My goodness, this is bad. Sorpagal is going to be probably a dragon hive. Because these enemies are so far over here, I'm going to assume that there's nobody right there. They all look to be congregating. Let's grab this, pick up a couple of cheeky extra bits of sulfur, and then let's plan on doing something else, such as standing on the stone lith so we don't have to deal with enemies at our back line. Agar the Warlock is not a bad hero. I think Vesper's the second best hero I have, but he's up here in this upper left corner, grabbing whatever he can. In this case, he is harassing these poor peasants. I should have let them run. I don't really need the experience, but then again, if you're my second best hero, I might as well use you to great effect while I can. So unfortunately for these poor peasants, I think it's going to be a bit of an issue as I take the experience, all 100 and something of it. I'm not going to grab the experience from the treasure chest, but slowly and surely we are getting more of this ultimate artifact puzzle uncovered. In the middle of a patch of dead and dry vegetation, to your surprise, you find a healthy green 4-leaf clover. Thrilled for that. Lots of veteran pikemen. I think I can defeat them, and I think I shall. So we're going to get the Xanadu uncovered. We don't have diplomacy, we don't have leadership, or anything else that might affect whether or not we can go into the Xanadu. So this is mostly just going to be uncovering this for later. We'll probably go through here, grab the windmill, and go on from there. But while Vesper is my second best hero with the level 6 and wisdom and luck and ballistics and so on and so forth. I think that's actually going to be Agar's chance to head north and maybe bypass Fallagar. I think that's really maybe the best thing we can do. We don't have a lot of troops here. We can take, well, tell you what, let's just upgrade these Minotaurs. Let's leave them behind. And let's take just these 5-speed rogues. A couple of rogues should be enough in this army to maybe at least get this crystal mine back. I don't know how far the enemy has scouted up in this direction. I don't think that they ever did pick up this observation tower. If they did, then I think that this is just barely out of sight. But no matter what, I just don't want Fallagar to turn back around. If another hero comes out of the darkness and defeats Crag Hack, I'm going to be feeling pretty bad. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. There's no purchases to make. Will we be able to retake Hilltop? Probably not. Not without a couple of additional forces, although there are going to be black dragons in a little bit. It all depends on what Fallagar does. So let's go on to a new day. And Fallagar does continue to chase. That goes as perfectly as I could have hoped. Red does decide to go after Ariel. They see her down there. Nice to see that we elicit a huge response actually from Red. I would prefer that they would just waste their time chasing heroes that they can't find. We did see earlier that the FHeroes2 engine, we had, I believe it was Crodo right here, and Ariel was playing Ring Around the Rosie, this big lump of terrain here. If he would go this way, we went this way. If he went that way, we would go that way. As much time as we can waste, the better off I think that we are going to be. So Fallagar continues to chase. I think he's catching up very quickly. I don't know if Crag Hack is going to be able to survive for one more day, but I do see this observation tower. Nice observation tower to help us reveal more of this map. There is a witch doctor's hut. There's some treasure up here that hasn't been claimed just yet, but unfortunately we are not going to go through centaurs. We're not going to go through archers. Throng of peasants, we can maybe win that fight, but really for Crag Hack, his job is pretty much done. I think that he's about to go down. So in the meantime then, as much as I want this sulfur mine, we did steal this one very cheekily. We're going to head north. We're going to hope that we can get through here. Looks like we can, and there is a hero here, Ergon the Barbarian. He does have a few black dragons. I think that we're going to have to hope that with 10 attack, 10 defense, that he is not that tough. There's no guarantee that he is or is not tough. Let's just wait and find out, and it's going to be a glorious victory. Another 2,300 experience, which is always big, and no losses. So let's see if, I guess we can't get any artifacts off of this gentleman. He's just simply going to go down, and here on day one, we're going to get the chance to get this castle here. I am going to take the wisdom at this time. Let's see if we're able to get any amount of black dragons. And we do. Oh, 5th level Mage Guild. Now that is sweet. I was planning on dragons because dragons just make sense to me at this point because it's a dragon war. I think that there's plenty of sulfur out on the map, and there is in fact 3 black dragons here. But the Mage Guild level 5, now that is an unexpected and rather pleasant surprise. So let's go on in here. We're going to purchase black dragons first because this army is my primary army. I'm going to have to find a way to utilize my attack and defense skill to overwhelm my foes. At this point, this is my big stack. And maybe the dragons purchased at the other castle could be useful on Agar to retake that castle of Hilltop. But until it has dragons, I don't think it's really necessary. Not yet, anyway. So I'm going to leave all the rest of these troops. They're just not that useful for me. I could take the gargoyles actually. Yeah, 6 speed. I will take the gargoyles. They're going to be excellent companions with these dragons. It's going to help me adjust these fights just a little bit. But otherwise, we're happy to take this Mage Guild. I'm going to take one step out of the castle. And didn't we just defeat you? Hello. KASTORE the Warlock. So we are going to purchase KASTORE the Warlock, but we're not going to purchase him here. KASTORE the Warlock is maybe the second best hero in this entire map. I don't know, but since we just defeated him, looking at his stats and skills, he is level 17, whereas Ambrose is level 10. I'm still going to stick with Ambrose though. Unless, does KASTORE have some really incredible spells? Visions, haste, lightning bolt, nothing that's really going to help dragons. Yeah, this is it. The Mass Curse is really intriguing for dragons because it can limit every other troop on the map but dragons and paladins. But I think that KASTORE is just the best secondary hero you ever saw. And so we're going to be happy with the logistics, pathfinding, wisdom, certainly. Would be wonderful if he actually had the expert wisdom to pick up a 5th level spell here. But again, since we're not hiring him here, we're just going to hire him immediately over here at our main Castle of Night Shadow. We just picked up the best defender we could have ever hoped for, and we are thrilled for it. Real quick though, back to Ambrose. We did want to purchase a hero here. Oh, it's Carlon. Did we have Carlon in this playthrough? I don't recall. We're going to pick up Marini. She's got the boars. She's going to leave behind some halflings, and her job is to take these artifacts that we don't need. Pendant of Life. Nope. One of the boots. Sure. Why not? We're going to have to remember to have her run, so that way she doesn't give those over to somebody else. Lucky Rabbit's Foot. We do have basic luck right now. I am going to keep the Rabbit's Foot for now. Pendant of Free Will, we're going to get rid of that, and the Serenity Pendant. Berserk and Hypnotize don't matter for dragons, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. I do worry, though, there's probably some really nice artifacts out there, and taking the +1 attacks, that could limit us mightily if there's a better stat out there that we just miss out on. I am going to keep the Witch's Brooch, even though we're going to be a primarily might-based hero. You never know, a couple of extra turns of a slow or a curse, that could matter, so let's hold on to the Witch's Brooch. And I'm really struggling with whether or not these +1 attacks are worth it or not. Some people say immediately, Phixfox, get rid of those, but I think that sometimes we forget that +1 attack is essentially plus 10% bonus damage. 10% bonus damage is really a lot, and if you get 3 or 4 attacks off with a stack of black dragons, that adds up pretty quick. That really does. But if I come across another hero and they have multiple slots, that might not be the play. I'm going to leave the Giant's Flail of Dominion. It doesn't matter. These are both +1s. I'm going to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots open. I think that this is going to be okay for me. I just hope that I don't lose a fight by 10 hit points. Otherwise, you're going to know that I missed out on that 10% bonus damage. And then Marini is probably going to go, I don't know where to go. There's 1, 2 obelisks. Wait a second. Hold on. Is there a crystal mine? I thought that there was only this volcanic terrain up in the eye section. We might have an opportunity where maybe, I mean, this is volcanic terrain, is it not? Maybe there's volcanic terrain over here as well. I'm going to send Ambrose kind of back in this direction. I'm going to send one hero south to capture the sulfur mine. There's an observation tower here. Let's have Ambrose go in this direction. Thankfully, we find a magic well. I wanted to stay overnight, but then I just decided I didn't really have the logistical movement. It just didn't make as much sense to me. So we're going to have Marini go collect some free things over in this direction. Obelisks. Yeah, if this is the train I'm looking for, we might from this position just start digging and just go wild and crazy. How likely that is, I don't know. But here's one obelisk. There's 2 more to go. We're just going to have to wait and see what we can find. I am going to have Ariel sit right here. I don't know how far these enemies got. If they attack her, I'm going to feel so dumb. I'm going to feel so dumb. She has to go through. She has to stay. I got distracted by something. Knock at the door. People letting them in. Okay. So yeah, with Ariel coming back here, she's just gonna have to stay put. I wonder if it's worth it for KASTORE to go out of his way to get this plus 1,000 gold for the gold mine. I think Hilltop's the better decision here, especially since there's sulfur and crystal here. We're not ready to fight Fallagar at all. But if we go north, if we hit this kind of timing with KASTORE, we can maybe take Hilltop back, and then Agar can grab these mines and such. Maybe even he can go south from this point, and maybe we can do a little bit more scouting, exploring, and then Fallagar might chase him instead. I don't think we really have the gold to make that a reality, though. 1,700 gold. I think we're just going to have KASTORE stay. Yeah, I think we're going to have KASTORE stay and Agar go for now. And we're going to try and stay out of the range of where Fallagar might see us. Gonna hope that he gets one more day away before we try and do something nifty. We're really playing with distance here. This is a time where I think that you see that a little bit of extra adventure map movement points goes an awful long way. And I'm gonna hope that our enemy over here, Fallagar, with his 2-speed Hydras, that those Hydras prove to be his downfall, as he's going to hopefully never, ever be able to catch up to us. We're going to wait and find out, but that's my hope anyway. Otherwise, 1,700 gold. Believe it or not, I am going to trade the resources necessary to get one more hero. I do think it's just that valuable. I don't think that wood is all that useful. We're going to get a healthy amount of that over time anyway. Not that big of a deal. And Mercury, I mean, if there's no Phoenixes on the map, then I think that we're just going to get rid of some of those. Oh my goodness, are we out? Folks, I think that we are out of hero slots. Because we're playing on the new resolution, it's a little bit difficult for me to tell how many heroes I have at a glance. Yeah, I think I might have caused myself some grief here. Crag Hack is going to go down in a day or two. He might go down tomorrow. So I'm going to keep Crag Hack alive for one more day. I wish I hadn't traded those resources, but there's nobody else I really want to get rid of. Everybody is doing something good. So for now, nobody's going to get, well, Ruby. I mean, she's not really doing anything. She's really not. But she is worth 100 gold per day. Yeah, but anybody that picks up this estates is worth 100 gold per day. Basic logistics. Remember, we have the basic logistics here from this witch's hut. These two huts together are really powerful. I think I'm actually going to get rid of Ruby. I hate to do it. I wish that I'd known I was going to do that, because then I would have picked up this magic garden more than have her go in this direction. But hey, so you got to do what you got to do. Is it going to be Carlon or Darlena? I think I might as well be the sorceress. We're just going to drop the 2-speed dwarves. And actually, do I have any amount of faster creatures? I've got these Mintar Kings. We're out of gold. Let's just head south. And we're going to call it a day. It looks like everybody's moved. Everybody's happy. On to the next day. And Fallagar does continue to chase Crag Hack. Wonderful. That could not be any better. I do see a green hero coming in from those liths to the south, the same ones that gave us access to this area. I may regret a little bit having my dear friend Ambrose go here to the west, but we're so close to the observation tower. We're going to pick that up right now. And there is, look at this, 1, 2, 3 obelisks. There is more volcanic terrain there. You know what? I didn't think that this would turn into a treasure hunt. I did not think that this would turn into a treasure hunt, but at this point, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do some treasure hunting. I am officially not going to have Ambrose gather any more of these obelisks. I've got other heroes. That's their job. His movement points are just too powerful. And I've had many a time where I've had to have the conversation with my dear dad, and I say, Dad, my movement points are so valuable. He says, it was right there. It was 2 steps out of the way. Even though there's obelisks that are 2 or 3 steps out of the way, Dad, no, I can't do it. I think that I'm going to justify that my movement points are too valuable. I am not going to pick up obelisks anymore. I don't think I'm going to get enough obelisks that's going to tell me exactly where to dig on the first turn either. And so, with that being said, it's going to be a little bit of a guess anyway. I think that we're just going to guess as best as we can. I'm going to curse this big stack of 12 for these veteran pikemen. I think that the rest of these creatures, we're just going to lose all these sprites, I think. I don't think I really could have stopped that. And just make a little bit of a shield wall with these forces. Nice to see that the halflings let me down. 115 only doing 130 damage. You guys rolled for like 1.2 points of damage out of 3. It's not that impressive. It's not that impressive. Oh, but the orcs are going to show up. And they do. 6 veteran pikemen go down. Not too bad. The cursed stack of veteran pikemen didn't even kill a whole stack of the sprites. We still have a healthy amount of sprites here. I do just want to keep these enemy troops off of my ranged creatures here. So let's just kind of move this wall back a little bit. Orcs are going to attack this bottom stack of veteran pikemen. I'm going to hope that the halflings have a big stone to be had. They could kill all 12. Even though this stack is cursed, spell points are cheap. We're going to try for the 12. We kill most of them. We kill 9. And then we kill most of these veteran pikemen here. And the wall holds and my ranged creatures are going to do good stuff. That's going to be the last free chance I'm going to have at removing damage. Let's try and kill single stacks where we can. There's only 2 sprites here. 18 hit points. Maybe both of these stacks together can kill 1. Nope. Guess not. 3, 9, something, something. Kill all of these ones. Let's kill 3. And it's not pretty. It does cost us a halfling, but we do get through this battle. It's going to be a couple of the sprites. It was about 80 sprites. And I really enjoy this scenario. There are so many free troops all across the map. If you can take them out, you're feeling good. And we've done okay at keeping our numbers high, all things considered. I just realized I really needed those sprites to stay alive against a horde of Grand Elves. Oh no. One black dragon would solve all of my problems. I'm going to send KASTORE up with one black dragon. He's going to be in a weird position. I did not plan on doing this like this. He's going to be out of position in the event that we have to turn around and defend. Oh, he's so far away. Oh, he is so far away. Is there a better way of doing this? I don't think so. KASTORE is just a free hero right now. Until Fallagar turns back around, this is the right decision. So we're just going to have him go up to this general area, and then maybe somebody else is going to bring in the final bits of heroes, but yet again, Fallagar is just kind of sitting and waiting. I'm going to assume that an enemy hero has picked up this observation tower. We're going to continue to run as far north as we can. Just don't die. Let Fallagar waste his time. And now, while he is distracted, Agar is going to go north, not to go into Hilltop, but to pick up our crystal, pick up another bit of sulfur. We are down sulfur. We still need a sulfur mine sooner rather than later. Ariel is doing her job, saying no, no, no to Jezebel and others. And then we have these other two heroes. So here's what I was talking about. This is Tyro, a few archers, several of the halflings. Believe it or not, several halflings is plenty. That's more than I want to deal with. So I'm going to have Marini go first. She's going to grab obelisks. She's going to go through this witch's hut for diplomacy. And I don't really need her to pick up any amount of experience right now. I just need her to get obelisks, and I need to find this crystal mine, wherever it is. Actually, look at this. There's an obelisk and a crystal mine there. I mean, if we find this area, we're going to find it without problems, because crystal, witch's hut, obelisk. That's pretty obvious what that is. Where are all the crystal mines that we've seen? It's not this one. Yeah, it's not that one, and I don't see any others, truly. Maybe in this direction. It's probably right here on the right side of the eye. Okay, we'll find it when we find it. Maybe there's a crystal mine right there. Maybe it is right here. Who can say? For now, I do know that as much as I want to pick up this sulfur here, I don't want to immediately die to Tyro. That just doesn't tickle my fancy. So we're going to kind of slide over in this direction. I think that these defenders are going to be able to maybe let Tyro get close, and then we can leap out of the brush, as it were, and ambush him. That's going to be my hope. That's going to be my plan. Let's see how long we can hold on to Brindamore. If we can get another week's worth of dragons, I'm going to be feeling awesome. Ooh, Fallagar decides to leave. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I need to bring him back. Okay, so my hope is this, is that Fallagar has not headed back in this direction because he just found something that he cares about more, like Agar. The way he's kind of angling down, I'm hoping that he just kind of gave up on Crag Hack, like Crag Hack went out of his view. If Crag Hack goes immediately south, I don't know, we might be able to get him to come back. This is very dangerous, but with those hydras, he's going to go so slow through this swamp. I mean, we might be able to just have him waste his movement back and forth and just, you know, not play with him as if he's a real person, but play with him as if he's an AI that's unthinking, unfeeling, and just making the best decision that it can at the time. And we're going to use that to our advantage. I think we are. I think it's going to be successful. I do. Let's see. Several of the Minotaurs, several of the Griffins, several of the Gargoyles. I don't think that sprites and rogues can defeat this enemy, but I kind of want to try, just in case. I'll feel bad if I don't give myself the opportunity to try. 78? I mean, it depends on how many halflings there are, really. If there's a host of halflings, maybe 70 plus halflings, I think that we attack Hilltop, and if we win, great, and if we lose, I mean, okay. Lightning Bolt for 125 points of damage, we're going to have 2 of those. If we could pick up 1 more knowledge, that'd be awesome. Highly unlikely, though, so we're going to have to wait and see on that. Otherwise, I'm going to continue. This feels wrong to me. If later on we realize that this was a mistake with KASTORE, at least we knew it was a mistake and I did it anyway. which actually doesn't make me feel much better, but it makes me feel a little bit better to know that, hey, sometimes we make mistakes, and this could be potentially one of them. Where did that green hero go? Did he go in this direction? I think we need Marini to go through the cracked earth just to kind of explore in this terrain. If Tyro pops out, I'm going to feel pretty silly. We're going to pick up the +1 on the gems here. I'm going to go south with Carlon to explore this unknown area. What's that? Do you see that? Right there. That's just the very tip of something. But the very tip of what? Is that a castle? Is that like a Dragon Utopia? No, that looks different. It doesn't look like the very top of this. Maybe it is going to be a mercenary camp? No. Whatever that is, that little tip of something, I'm going to be pretty excited to find out what it is. We're going to have to wait and find out. Let me make sure I sleep here on Ariel. I just don't want to forget to deal with her later. This could be good. This could be good. I don't know when I'm going to come back for these trees of knowledge. It just feels so bad because I'm not too far away. It's about 1,000 experience. I'm going to grab this tree of knowledge. Who knows when I'm going to come back. 10 gems. Do I want to spend 10 gems? Got 20. I don't know when I'm going to come back. Let's do it. We're going to pick up the +1 knowledge. That might be useful. The advanced diplomacy. That feels great. We're going to grab mercenary camp. I don't think I can fight these fights. Look at this. Lots of dragons with Crodo. We know that Crodo is not a very strong hero, though. Observation tower, we gotta get that. I'm gonna take the 1,000 gold before I do anything else, though. We're gonna pick up this observation tower. Xanadu, +1 to all of our stats. Big. Very big. And nobody's ever gotten this Dragon City. Very interesting. So you'll have to defeat the defenders, but if you do, that's potentially dragons every single week. Lots of dragons. Lots. What an interesting scenario. I would love to get my next week's worth of growth. Call it 5 black dragons. I'd love to throw those onto a hero that's very speedy, who can maybe get all the way down to here, to there, into the army, and then maybe clean all this out. Maybe the best way to do that would be to go by boat. There is a boat over here in the bottom corner. Maybe that would be best. And then again, maybe it would be best just to defend against Fallagar and make sure that there's no issues there. I can't possibly decide. A lot's going to depend on Fallagar. If Fallagar decides to go back, we have some options. If he decides to go straight for a beeline towards my castle, we got problems. One way or the other, let's just kind of wait and see and find out what is in store for us. Lots. 20 plus black dragons. It's too many. Oh no, Fallagar is going in the exact wrong direction. Fallagar, what are you doing? Fallagar, no. Okay, and we did actually see one other thing. Is this Tyro here? No, it's Arie. Oh, we have an opportunity with Arie. I did not see Arie until just now. So Carlon is in danger. I mean, several black dragons. I think I could beat several black dragons. I don't know how strong Arie is, but I think I can defeat several black dragons. So let's grab Sawmill. Let's go here. I love that Carlon just ignores him. Arie's like, I'm big, I'm scary, you have 16 sprites, you should run from me. And she goes, yeah, but I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to. We're going to walk through the temple just because it's going to speed our way closer to this enemy here. I think I fight. I do. I think I fight. I think that it's important to make sure that we have our creatures correct here, though. So one thing that's important is that from top to bottom, it goes a horde of centaurs, and then their gargoyles, then their dragons, then their Minotaur Kings, then their hydras at the very bottom. That is the turn order. So it's going to go right now, my gargoyles, my dragon, their dragons. Then their minotaurs. That's going to be the 6-speed back and forth. I think I do it just like this. I think I split off one single gargoyle. I'll keep a couple other gargoyles alive over here, but I think I want to have my gargoyle attack their black dragon and have them try and hurt their minotaurs or their gargoyles. Several. You've got several black dragons, so do I, but I don't think you have 10 attack and 11 defense. Let's fight this fight. Glorious victory. It's going to be 6 black dragons that we pick off here. If these dragons all start to combine into that big stack that Crodo has, we're really in trouble. So let's avoid doing that. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be best for me to try and let their black dragons hurt gargoyles, or if it's going to be best for them to hurt Minotaur Kings. Which do I hate more? I think I hate Minotaur Kings more, just because I want the gargoyles to take their turn, and then my 7 black dragons should be able to jump onto their 6. So let's do it like this. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, Arie the Warlock. 1 attack, 1 defense, 4 spell power, 3 knowledge. I guess that 4 spell power is enough to defeat 6 gargoyles. Goodness gracious. Let's not do that again. Okay. And we're going to be just doing a heavyweight brawl here, but their black dragons have already lost their retaliation. That feels good to me. I could curse just to stop damage from other creatures, centaurs and such. I think I ought to. We got 31 spell points. We already picked up 1 knowledge, so the next magic well we hit, we're going to have 40. Let's do the mass curse. Yeah, that's going to be pretty valuable. Let's do that. And I don't know if these dragons are going to want to move to avoid issues with terrain, but if they do want to, so be it. Let's kill 2 black dragons here. We got 1, not too bad. And they're only doing 125 damage on the retaliation. I am going to sit my 1 gargoyle right here. And if I can, I'm actually going to peel this gargoyle off, because I don't want him to die. I do not want them to die at all. Okay, let's kill 2 dragons here. How about? Kill a couple. Bless stops the curse. What are you doing? What was that? I can't justify that decision making at all. I'm grateful that you wanted to spend 3 black dragons worth of damage on 1 single gargoyle. I don't know why you would do that, but I'm happy you did. So thank you, and good night. Are we going to lose a black dragon here? 27 HP? We're not going to lose black dragon. It's not going to happen. We're fine. Do we have a blind? Do we have a paralyzed? We do not. We do have the disrupting ray. I'm going to start to disrupting ray these hydras. I want to be able to take them all out in one go. I don't want Arie to get to run. It's going to pull out the haste. I think I have enough for 1 more disrupting ray. Can I kill 1 full stack of hydras? I can kill 7 to 8. Yeah, the damage looks great. And we walk out of there without losing a single black dragon. Really, the best thing about these gargoyles is that a single stack against their dragons, depending on turn order, we may be able to get their dragons to hurt themselves consistently. And if that's the case, we're having a real good time. I gotta check this real quick. I think our morale, yeah, we could use the expert leadership. That'd be fine. With gargoyles, we're already gonna have blood morale, but is the expert diplomacy that much better? Cost to surrender is reduced to 20% of the total cost of troops in the army. That actually might be the most important thing. More important than the leadership. We can always pick up 1 gargoyle to give ourselves +1 leadership. I think that the diplomacy is actually the big deal. And there is a magic well here, which I kind of missed out on. I just didn't see that. But I'm happy for that. I'm going to grab that in just a second. Let's get the Xanadu first. The butler admits you to see the master of the house. He trains you in the 4 skills a hero should know. And there is room to run over there. I'm feeling the pressure from Crodo. I think that we ought to just go. Magic well. I'm wondering if there's going to be more magic wells over here. Let's have Marini go, just so that way we can scout a little bit more. Oh, is that a gold mine? Well, that feels pretty good. Let's do that. And then since we're in this direction, let's just kind of head around. Observation tower, you gotta have that. Gotta have that. This artesian spring might be useful. I think that there was one up here as well. Yeah, there was. So, okay. I don't know how much Marini's scouting actually changes my opinion on what I should do, but I think I'm okay to be happy with what I've got. I'm gonna send Crag Hack all the way over here. Hello, Fallagar. If you want to get me, you got to go through the swamp, and you're going to get mired right about here. I don't know. I think he's not going to be dissuaded from going right after Agar. We're going to have to check to see if this halfling hole is valuable or not. If there's a lot of troops here, then we might fight this fight. 33, it's not enough. There's no way that 33 is enough. 33 halflings, 78 sprites, 53 of the rogues. I mean, this is 200 hit points there. This is 150 hit points there. This is 100 hit points there. I mean, just hit point wise, that's just not enough hit points, especially when you're lightning bolt, you're only gonna get 2 of them. Yeah, that's not enough. Treehouse there feels like a mistake, because if Fallagar comes up, then I think that he's gonna chase us where we don't want to go. Let's go grab the mercenary camp and waste some time in some other places. Let's just stay alive. Just stay alive. It's day 4. I don't think that Crodo can get all the way to Brindamore. And so I'm planning on getting a couple more movement points there. I know that we are out of spell points here with Ambrose. I am going to spend the time to go to the magic well. I would hate to not have that and be sad later. And otherwise, it's going to be Carlon that grabs this observation tower in just one moment. All right. I think I like the way this is going. This feels very tenuous. This is not my favorite thing to do, but this does feel like this will work. I'm going to try and get Vesper over here as far as he can to KASTORE. Should I pull Ariel off? I'm going to pull Ariel off, actually. Yeah, I'm going to pull Ariel to right about here. So that way maybe KASTORE can reach. KASTORE can reach, and then he can get back one day sooner. It seems a little strange, especially since Ariel's my door, but she's going to be able to still be a good door. And so I'm going to be happy for her to do that. Okay. All right, this seems like another day in the bag. Not going to spend my gold. We only got 7,000 gold. We're only getting about 6,000 gold a day. And when you're dealing with dragons, that doesn't feel like a lot. So, and it is Tyro that is chasing us from the west to the east. And Crodo has decided to turn back around. Where's he going? Wrathmont into the water, that could be bad. I think that this whirlpool, though, I think that if you get into this area, it only is going to take you over here. Maybe Wrathmont is just trying to head off Marini, though. Maybe that's the case here. Regardless, it's going to be nice to be able to see how much room she has to run. She has plenty of room to run. Dragon Tooth over here. Tyro's coming in this direction. Is there a boat she can reach? Maybe she can reach this boat. Let's have her make a desperate jaunt as far as she can and hope that Astra doesn't have the movement points or the desire to come after her. Yeah, well, let's see if maybe there's no defenders here on this boat. Maybe we get into the boat and then we're able to... Whoa. That was weird. And then maybe we're able to scale through this left-hand side of the map and pick up some free stuff. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Okay. We're going to grab this magic garden in just a moment or two. One dragon should solve all my problems in this whole northern area. And so I'm happy to do that. These enemies have continued to go north. There's nobody really stopping us here at these liths. So let's actually get Ariel up to here, so that Vesper can grab what she's got. One dragon. She'll send over all this. And tomorrow, Ariel will get back on those liths. Okay. Hey, a free 1,000 gold a day. If here on month 2, week 3, day 5, if we'd had this gold mine a month ago, we wouldn't have any gold problems. Every 1,000 gold helps drastically. So, okay. And it does appear that Fallagar is going to chase us. He can chase us as far as he wants. I think that he's probably picked up this observation tower. I don't think he's going to stop seeing us. If he goes south, that's where things really fall apart. Okay. Okay. I'm looking at this as an opportunity. Crodo with lots of dragons. I know he's tougher. I know he's tougher. But if I can pick up 2 red dragons, is my 12 attack, 12 defense good enough to deal with that? We just fought 6 dragons with Arie, and we didn't lose a single dragon. It's day 5. I could probably reach Sorpagal, and if it's got black dragons, I mean, if it's got black dragons, then again, this feels like a bait. Even with limited attack skill and defense skill, this still feels like a problem to me. I think that it might be just best to stay safe. I really do. Let's just try and stay safe. Phixfox, are you telling me that you're getting cowardly here? I'm trying to be aggressive, and I'm also trying to be smart. And I think that I'm struggling with that balance. If I thought that I could get here right on day 1 and just pick up dragons and then roll into Crodo, I think I would do that. I just don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible. I am so fast though. If I go in this direction, that might take me away from opportunities over here. There's no enemies over here in Dragontooth, are there? Can I reach all the way over here in a couple of days? Not if I have to go the long way, but maybe through the fog of war here. It's day 5 up to day 6. I might be able to get there by day 1. Tell you what, this castle in this area feels pretty hotly contested. There's a lot of pressure there. Let's go the other way. Let's just go through this way. The witch says, get out of my house. We picked up the +1 defense from the fort, so already this is feeling pretty good. We're going to go speedily here. We're going to pick up a +1 from the witch doctor's hut. And yeah, we should be able to reach here by day 1. So I know that there's still a lot of moving parts here, but if this has dragons or if this has dragons, I don't care which one I take. Does that make sense? I don't care which one I take. I would just like one of them. Okay. Crag Hack is officially the best scout in the world. His job is to just go and scout. In this lava terrain, perhaps we will find what we seek. If I can just find where the ultimate artifact is, I'll be feeling much better about my chances. I do wonder if there's another castle right here on this eye. And if there is, Crag Hack is probably going to die very quickly. Okay, let's see what Fallagar does. Fallagar comes back. He's going straight for Crag Hack. Wonderful. Good. Very good. And Crodo's going for the boat. Crodo is going for the boat. Did not anticipate that at all. There's another hero that's trying to chase down Marini here. This is Wrathmont. Few black dragons though. I think that I can sweep through here. I think I can take all these heroes with Ambrose. I think I can. Wrathmont is known as their toughest hero. No, it's not. Well, Crodo's got the most army now, but I think that Crodo, or rather Wrathmont, I don't know if he had a lot of attack skill and defense skill. So I still think I like my chances. I truly do. Before I do anything else, let me just take this fight. Glorious victory. We're going to lose some troops. Oh no. I think that the halflings have probably lived their usefulness out. And so therefore we're just not going to worry about them anymore. In fact, I kind of want to just leave these troops over here on aerial. So that way I don't dismiss them, but I do want my heroes to be just a wee bit faster than they otherwise could be. I think that we have the space to go grab the sulfur mine. We're just going to be like a crow. We're just going to peck at our enemies and just be annoying. And if this doesn't work, Vesper will immediately run to these stone liths and be the door himself. We'll see. +1 attack skill for Agar. And I'm trying to stay just close enough. Oh no, because Fallagar went back. I want the enemy to be back and forth between, do I chase? Do I help? Do I chase? What do I do? I don't want to tell you what to do because I think I have an idea in my mind what would be best for me. And more than that, I can't say. I feel like if I move Marini, I actually might be able to defeat Wrathmont right now. I think that I have to go this long way just because of where she's positioned. I might be able to go like here if she moves. Let's move Marini up. She wants to go anyway. Just let her run. Let her go. If we can't attack Wrathmont right now, we will. Gold mine here. Let's get to the boat. Magic Garden. It's a shame that I'm not picking up windmill resources and magic gardens and water wheels. It's really far away for one hero to get. It doesn't, in my brain, make sense with my spatial understanding, my spatial logistics, where everything is in relation to each other. It doesn't make sense to have one hero try and do all that. It just feels like it's too far. Another obelisk. I mean, it's got to be like right over here, doesn't it? It's got to be. Okay, but can Ambrose reach? No, he cannot. Oh goodness, we are so close. Maybe if I go straight through the wagon? No, straight through the wagon, because then you got to go through Tyro. I think I'm going to be just short on movement points one way or the other. If I go to right here, though, maybe Wrathmont won't chase after Marini, because he'll have to go around, and then he won't be able to reach. That might mean, though, that he gets to the castle, to the safety of the castle. Tough to say. Or I could just... I probably shouldn't have stepped on this ore mine. That might have cost me my opportunity. It just felt like it was on the way. You see how even just a couple of movement points might matter? If we hadn't stepped on the ore mine, we might have been able to attack Wrathmont right now. As it stands, I think that I'm going to assume that Marini is far enough away. He does have Hydras. He's probably going to be pretty slow. Let's take the gold mine. Let's defeat Tyro. And then let's head just kind of in this general direction, knowing that if Wrathmont wants a piece of me, then a piece of me he shall get. And if he can't get back to this castle of Dragontooth, whether he does or doesn't, we're going to hopefully take these defenders soon. But for now, let's head right for him. Let's see how this goes. It's a collision course. The margins for error feel so small, and I love it. Oh, Crag hack does go down. Oh no. That's bad because Fallagar was wasting time going back. And now if he's up here, that doesn't feel great. Oh no. This is not a tough hero. This is not a tough hero. Jojosh the Barbarian, 7 attack, 4 defense. Okay, alright. He's tougher than I thought, but is there any reason to keep Crag hack? There's really not. I think I'm just going to hit Q, let the battle finish out. It looks like he's going to get shot down by the halflings. He had no chance. He thought he did, but he had no chance. Wrathmont does try to turn and run. That could not have gone any better for me. Ultimately, this all worked out just fine, just wonderfully. I'll take gold. Ta-da! 1,000 gold per day. And now I think the Vesper's actually going to make the long trek down to these vampires for this other gold mine here. It's very, very late in the scenario to be doing this, but I think that that's going to be still worth my time. Hilltop. The bane of my existence. If I see a single dragon pop out of here, I'm going to lose my mind. I hope I don't lose my mind. I've only got one. It's the only one I have, and I'm very particular to it because my mother gave it to me. So, it was a gift. Okay. Marini is going to continue on. Hey, and the boat is not guarded. That's actually kind of nice because I don't know when else I was going to pick up all these other opportunities, and I always feel bad when an enemy gets to these before I do. Who knows? This shipwreck survivor, they could give me the battle garb of Andrin for all I know, and if that happens, then we're having a real good time. So, okay. KASTORE continues to march back. I think that it's about time that he's going to march north with dragons to go retake Hilltop. Maybe the enemy will have purchased all the way up to a Black Dragon Tower at that point for me. And if they do, then we are definitely going to be equal to the task and ready to fight and defeat them. Wrathmont here has no chance, but I do not want him to run. If I can possibly help it, I do not want this gentleman to run. He is their toughest hero. Let's take a quick look here, or at least he was at one point. 3 attack, 4 defense, 9 spell power, 6 knowledge. A lot of good that'll do ya against black dragons. What a good decision we made to focus on other things. I think I'm going to still focus on their black dragons, absolutely. I think I will do the Mass Curse, though. I think it's just my best spell. Right now, I think it is my absolute best spell. So let's do that. Oh, goodness gracious. That's embarrassing. That's an embarrassment of riches. Okay, fight's over. Fight's over. Although the enemy looks like they're going to do a pretty good job of trying to keep their troops separate. If I attack here in this area, maybe I can get them to step on each other a little bit. Although, if I attack here... If I attack here... I'm just trying to figure out a way I can get the enemies to clump up so I can do a double hex attack. Let's go right here. Enemies are going to take a swipe, and they do run. Okay, there was nothing else I could have done then. But 2100 experience, so be it. Wrathmont has left us, and we're going to pick up the pathfinding. As fast as we've been up to this point, we can always be a little bit faster. Wasteland terrain doesn't bother me. Swamp now doesn't bother me. We're going to make good use of that 2,900 movement points per day. Just you watch. Just you wait. Day 7. Earthquake. Sure, why not? And Luna has a couple of black dragons. I think I want to defeat her before I do much else. 1,400 movement points. Even if I can't get here and down, I still have the time. A glorious victory. I don't care about what happens in that fight. It's all a win to me, and we're going to take Dragontooth. We may have just enough movement points to get into the castle. No, we do not. We're going to be just outside of the castle as we pick up +1 attack with the advanced luck. Black Tower for dragons, and I mean, we're up to, I think we have basic wisdom still. It'd be really nice to pick up a view all, actually. Do we have the advanced wisdom? We do. So we're going to pick up the view all in just a moment, and we're going to see where every castle is, and we're going to find out, without scouting, without sacrificing Crag hack, we're going to find out where all of our artifact possible digging slots are. and I'm pretty excited for it. I could purchase one more hero, and I think I shall. There's Alchemist Lab there. There might be something over here. Does Carlon have any movement points? No. I'm going to purchase one more hero. Make it Vitania. Sure, why not? And I am even going to give her one Minotaur, because he has a 6-speed creature. We're going to have her go and grab this. Okay. Okay. Again, do we feel great? No, because Crodo has 20 dragons. But if I can liberate these dragons, if he lands like right here or right here, I could take the dragons and run. That's still a win for me, because that's going to be a big resupply on dragons. This is okay. In fact, I hope he does land. I hope he does give it a shot. Give me your best bet, buddy. Give it to me. Okay, there he goes. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think you were going to catch me? Do you know how fast I am? Do you know who I am? I'm the fastest guy you ever saw. I don't know exactly how you spell that, but that's what we say. That indicates that we are so fast. Fastest guy you ever saw. I'm gonna just, I'm trying to bait in Fallagar at this point. I want him to go north instead of south, but I want to make sure that I'm careful with this road. He should only be able to get to right about here at best. So this should be plenty safe for Agar. Remember, we want to pick up the spell, so we have to stop in. We definitely want the dragons. We've seen how effective gargoyles can be, and again, as 6-speed creatures, they're very good at assisting us in fighting some of these big fights. I almost want to purchase a hero just to go send against the enemies to see what they've got. Arie is back, but I don't know if we're going to purchase him. Although, let's take a quick look. Does he have any artifacts I haven't seen before? Does he have any spells I haven't seen before? It looks like no. So all that's fine. And do we attack? The answer is no. 10 dragons. We've taken what we have here. We're going to go back. We're going to resupply. He's not going to be able to catch us. Look how fast we are. We are so fast. I don't know. Hey, that makes me just giddy. That makes me feel absolutely giddy with excitement to feel like I'm a superhero. It feels like the enemy is playing on hard difficulty and I'm playing on easy mode. Now, if they catch us, I think we lose. But otherwise, not a problem. Okay. I tell you what, I don't know what's in the corner of the map on the right-hand side. I kind of know what the left is. I'm guessing that it doesn't really matter if we purchase a hero and send them over to the darkness. It just feels kind of bad that Vitania is our 8th hero. Because, yeah, I don't think we can purchase another hero. Yeah, we can't purchase another hero. That feels kind of bad. I'd prefer to have a hero just run really quickly. I just don't think it's going to happen. There's nobody who I just want to give up. As I've said before, everybody is doing something good. The person who's doing the least amount of good right now is Vitania. Yeah, right now she's doing the least amount of good. We're gonna leave it. I just don't care enough. Okay. This feels okay. This feels okay. This could be worse. Is there any other purchases? I think we're fine. Okay, so Fallagar is coming up the road. Yeah, at this point he's gonna be pretty fast on road. We do turn over those Minotaurs and those Hydras and all those other creatures. I don't think that really hurts my feelings though. I think I'd just prefer to save my gold for just dragons. We are getting 7,600 gold per day, so maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I need to start purchasing troops just to keep them away from the enemy. I don't know. I've mentioned before on camera that I feel very strongly that in Heroes 3 that makes a lot of sense. In Heroes 3, I often find myself purchasing forces just so that the enemy can't have them. I don't know if that's really the case here, though. In Heroes 2, it just feels less viable of a strategy. I don't know how to describe it, but that's just kind of the way I feel about it. Several black dragons, a few of these red dragons. We do know Fallagar is fairly tough. We haven't, I guess, we've seen his stats. He's like 3 and 4. Compared to KASTORE, I think KASTORE is just about the same. No, worse. So KASTORE is doing a good job defending. Unless Fallagar steps off, we're going to stay here instead of going north. Ariel's good. Time to run. Just lead him along. Make him think he can catch you. He cannot, but let him think. And this feels like one of those maps that generally I tend to enjoy. I mention often that there are some maps that are highly technical and strategic. I think that my new favorite technical and strategic map is actually The Great Return, which was made by Moshankipet, and it's the skills challenge, and it's excellent. If you haven't stopped to see that video either from Winimaru or from Pixo or my own, please go check it out. I think that I didn't actually check to see if Moshankipet did the video on his own. He made the map, and so to have him play his own map is interesting, but I don't know if he's done that yet. But very technical sort of insight into what can be done with Heroes of Might and Magic 2 if you know certain mechanics. And that, in comparison to this map, is very different, because this map feels very much like a logistics. Can you get the spacing right? Can you hit all of your objectives? An example of quality logistics, something that my dad excels at very, very much, is getting every magic garden and every windmill and every water wheel, and he finds a way. He finds a way. I've mentioned that for me, this feels like a weird spatial sort of deal. I can see how it can be done, but he would have sniffed that out immediately. It's not natural to me. Some people, they can logistically manage a map and they can win hands down all the time, no issues, no complaints. I'm not quite as good logistically, but it makes this map a unique challenge for me that I'm very happy for. Oh, look at this. So there is a lith in the bottom left corner, but it's different than this one, and it is different from this one. Where does this lead to? Interesting. Okay, so not a lot of crazy stuff going on in here. This looks pretty cleaned out, so I'm not going to worry about that. One green hero here. Here's our big enemy with lots of black dragons. And then there's this lith. We're going to try and find where that goes. 1 castle, 2 castles, 3 castles. So 3 castles on the south side of the map. And then the only way you can kind of get to this area, if we are able to secure the whole southern region, is by boat or by this one lith right here. Unless this lith, well, this lith in the bottom left corresponds to the lith on my side here that Ariel is standing on. I'm guessing that this lith in the bottom right, I guess that probably corresponds to a lith maybe somewhere mirrored on the other side of the map. Aha, there it is, right over there. So limiting access is going to be kind of useful. It's very, very nice to see a map designer use balance and equilibrium in a map in that kind of way. I tend to enjoy maps that feature a sort of parallel map. Parallel is the wrong word, but it's balanced, mirrored, 1-to-1. I tend to like that. Very important though, we just found there is a dragon castle to the upper right, and then there's ours here along the main road. There is this castle here. So 2 castles. There's 2 castles very, very close to each other for the enemy. So the enemy green players currently got 4 castles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if they're going to try and get dragons up in this area simply because it's so close to my territory, but then again, they've held on to it for several weeks now, several days at least. So pretty interesting to see there. And then here's the deal. We do believe that there's lava. We are looking for a crystal mine. Phixfox, why are you looking for a crystal mine? Well, I like crystal, but also I want to know where that ultimate artifact is. I'm guessing that's somewhere around wherever there is some amount of volcanic terrain. Sulfur, gold. There's crystal here, but there's not the corresponding sort of... Wait a second. There's not the kind of corresponding area. However, even though it's not really corresponding, there is Witch's Hut, crystal, and then an obelisk. I think that those are the 3 features that we're looking at. It's very similar to this, but I swear that it was not mountainous terrain. I thought that it was volcanic. Then again, sometimes I am deceived. Just going to continue to look to find what I'm looking for. And really, the best way of doing this is to look for every single crystal mine and then go from there. Crystal, it's not over there. Crystal, it's not over here. There's no crystal here. It's not there anyway. Where is this thing? It might be this. I mean, this might be grass instead of something else. I have to take a quick look. It's going to cost me a little bit more as far as like my spell points. Is this grass or is this desert? Or no, I think that this is actually grass. This whole time I thought that this was swamp. I've missed. Oh, I need to get my eyes checked. This is grass. This right here is the transition from grass into swamp. This is a obelisk, crystal mine, and a witch doctor's hut. I think that that is an obelisk, crystal mine, witch doctor's hut, stuff here. I'm guessing that the ultimate artifact is right about there. If I had to guess, I think that this has helped us find what we're looking for. And so, yeah, I'm guessing that there's a witch doctor's hut right there. Yep, the spacing is too perfect, and there's no other crystal mines, so this is it. Huh, even despite my best efforts. Let's see, mountain range right here. Yep, this is it. Okay, so we have found the place. Interesting. It kind of makes me wish that we had fought our green enemy before we fought anybody else. At this point, with red having 1, 2 castles, I may want to switch my focus. No, we're here. Let's deal with red, and then we'll come back. We are so close to knocking this out of the park. We're so close. We're going to go for a resupply. We're going to pick up the dragons. We're going to head back. We're going to deal with Crodo, and he's going to have a real bad time. That's our plan. That's our plan. Okay. Whew. Thank you for going with me on that little journey there. It's not always easy to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Hey, if you ever wonder how well does Phixfox do at Heroes of Might and Magic, I do the best I can with what I have. I am not incredibly precise. I'm not incredibly exact. I feel my way through these maps. I get a big picture, and I get close enough. And as I get close enough, I tend to find that things go pretty well for me. If I tried to calculate everything down to the very tiny wins and losses, I think I'd go crazy. I don't want to play Heroes of Might and Magic with a calculator, if that makes any sense. You could. I don't know why you'd want to, so I don't. But if you're able to carry on and get close enough, oftentimes that's all you need. That's all I need anyway. 2 castles here. I guess we're only getting 1 sulfur a day. We're getting 3 sulfur a day. I'm not sure where I spent all my sulfur, but let me trade for a little bit more here and here. Perfect. I don't think any other precious resources are really going to be that useful, so I'm not going to worry too much. 13 black dragons, and I think that we're going to leave this area here. If enemies come to attack, we're probably going to purchase the troops and then run away. Otherwise, let's just sprint straight for our enemies. Already visited that mercenary camp, got the +1s there. Let's go straight for our enemies. Let's actually see if we can get Sorpagal. It's day 3. We could even pick up this dragon city. I think that we're tough enough to defeat them without any losses. 13 of our black dragons. Yeah, I think that we can do that. So let's pick up a couple of red dragons if we can. We got these 5 black dragons. I don't want to fight Fallagar, but I might want to try and sneak around. Who's this? Barak? If I can get into your back line, I'll be feeling pretty good. But I have to remember that this is my loss condition. KASTORE is just an excellent defender, the best defender you ever saw, the defender of the realm. He is my #1 King's Guard, as it were. I guess it makes sense. I think that I like that every Heroes map does not have a loss condition of, hey, if you lose your castle, you just lose. I don't think that that's very fun. I think that there's a lot of times where that would get in the way of otherwise thrilling and exciting gameplay. However, I do think that there are times where it could be very nice to have the idea that, hey, if you're going to be a captain or a king and you're guiding your troops, you have to stay alive. And if you don't stay alive, then you're done. It would make a lot more defensive tactics. It would put a higher priority on that. And that would warp the game in a lot of ways, but warp doesn't necessarily mean bad. It has a negative connotation, but it doesn't necessarily mean it would be bad. It would just be different. It would be not Heroes of Might and Magic as we know it. That would be for certain. Okay, so having a higher priority on defense, I could see that being interesting. We're going to ignore everything else. 1,000 gold. 1 dragon. Actually, can 1 dragon with Vesper do this? With just a curse? How many vampires? Lots of vampires? Okay. Yeah, I think we can do it. 1 black dragon? I think we can do it. The halflings and the orcs are actually going to help out tremendously. They truly will. Which is a little scary. You don't want to leave your hopes and dreams up to that. Since we're in this area anyway, and since we've got the morale, let's just grab these dwarves. The dwarves are going to make sure that we win. We're already going to be slow anyway. Let's just grab the dwarves, any other halflings we find along the way, and we're going to call it good. Okay, Fallagar is going to continue to come on this grand adventure with us. I may want to actually drop these halflings. 33 halflings are making us a little bit too slow. So we're going to drop the halflings, and Agar is going to turn on the jets. And we're going to hide in the trees, and we're going to hit the brakes. He's going to fly right by us. That, of course, being a reference to Top Gun, the movie with Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise, where they are fighter pilots going through the Fighter Pilot Academy. And that's one of the famous lines. I'll hit the brakes, I'll fly right by. Because who in their right mind is going to be trying to pilot an $18 million aircraft that goes at Mach 2 and just hit the brakes? I don't know. But hey, that's showbiz for you. The enemies have kind of taken out of here. They've decided to leave us alone. They are scared of not just Vitania, but also definitely of Ambrose. I love, by the way, if you've noticed, these heroes here, I think that they are seeing how far Ambrose is moving, and they're taking that into their calculations. And they're saying, look, we need to run now. We probably can't escape, but we need to run. This is the correct play, even if it's not gonna really save our skins. I think that that's a really interesting design, something that I'm happy to see that the AI does very, very well. I just really, really enjoy that. I think I can maybe kill all these creatures. Let's do, I don't know. Let's do that. Let's see, can 1 gargoyle kill 1 goblin? They can. Can 14 dragons kill a couple of goblins? They can. We're just going to have to hope. Yeah, it looks like we're going to kill this enemy outright. They're not going to get to run. Who it is, what they care about, I don't know. Just not my priority to care about them. Okay, we're going to go for Celia. I may have Vitania here. I may just have her borrow a dragon or 2 and then turn them right back over after we defeat some dwarves. If I lost a dragon to some dwarves, I would be sick to my stomach. If it happens, just know that I called it, but I also didn't do anything to stop it, which makes me complicit in the murder of 1 black dragon, and that therefore makes me a horrible person. What was that? Did you see that? Did you see that? We just saw a green hero go home. I don't know who that green hero was, but they did, in case you missed it, they just did a town portal home. That doesn't mean that they did a town gate. They don't necessarily have the ultimate spell that you can pick what castle you go to, but even just being able to town portal away, that is a significant wrinkle in my logistical plans moving forward. 47 dwarves here. Happy to have them join the army. They're already slow enough anyway. And then Fallagar is saying, hey, wait a second. It's no fair. How'd you get so fast? I don't know. We let go. We jettisoned the halflings. We let them go into space. They're currently about 1 week away from crashing into the sun. Very sad. Very sad. I'm pretty sure that you would die. If you were just floating through space, I'm pretty sure you would die before you actually got to the sun, but who knows? Who knows? This isn't working out the way I'd hoped. 1,000 gold right now is not as important as getting this logistical area figured out. I'd like to clean all this up before I do anything else. I'd love to pick up these dragons. Can I do this? Can I do this? I think that I do still want the one gargoyle to go first. I think I want to take these red dragons. And then we're going to use these to move forward. We cannot lose this area once we take this Dragon City. It's too big of an investment. We stand before the Dragon City, a place off limits to mere humans. Do you wish to violate this rule and challenge the dragons to a fight? You know I do. It wasn't that tough. We're going to accept these losses. Having defeated the dragons champions, the city leaders agree to supply some dragons to your army for a price. Do you wish to recruit dragons? Yes, I do. 2 red dragons. Very happy for it. The only issue with this is that now we are 6 speed, or rather 5 speed instead of 6 speed. I'm probably never going to upgrade these dragons. They're just extra in my army. I'm going to send them to the very bottom of the map. I'm going to split 3 stacks of gargoyles. I think I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. And this should help me win these upcoming fights. I do lose 1 gargoyle. I would prefer not to lose any gargoyles, if I can be honest. Let's do this. I'm wondering if I'm going to eat a single lightning bolt. I think that that might be likely. Zombies go down. And for some reason, Cold Ray is the smallest damaging spell that I have. Wait, how did I lose a single gargoyle? I'm so confused. I didn't even need to spend those spell points because my 5-speed dragons are going to go before your 4-speed skeletons. Whatever. I don't get it. I don't know how the enemy managed to lose a single troop there, but they did, and that's all that matters. Sandro, Jezebel, Sorpagal. I can only kill one of them at this time. I'm going to kill Sandro first, and then I will jump onto Sorpagal. Glorious victory. 2 of the griffins, or 2 of the gargoyles goes down. I will accept that at this time. And it's going to be the Expert Wisdom. Fantastic. Fantastic. Expert Wisdom now is going to give me access to the 5th level spell over here, the Mirror Image. Can't really Mirror Image dragons, but I could maybe Mirror Image a single stack of gargoyle, and that could provide some pain and discomfort to the enemy. I don't think that that's a problem at all. I just realized I think I do want to have a hero sit on this other lith. I do just want to control who goes where. It's very expensive to do so because not in the terms of 2,500 gold or anything like that, but in terms of opportunity where I only have so many heroes that can do so many things at any given moment. But I think it's worth 1 hero. 1 hero up here to control this gate, 1 hero down here to control this gate, 6 other heroes to do other stuff, including 1 that is just leading Fallagar on this wild goose chase. Don't tell him that I'm laughing at him the whole time. Actually though, if Fallagar is all the way up here, I don't know, maybe I should backdoor with KASTORE into Quicksilver. Let's wait for another week's worth of troops, and then we'll consider if we want to get really spicy with it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, there he goes. He's chasing us away. Don't even care. There's Crodo, who is going into back to that castle. It looks like they're just trying to secure that area. I think that they just purchased like 4 heroes there. Arie's back, Astra, Ranlu, and there's Crodo with his lots of dragons. If we can defeat Red, we're going to be fine. Enemy has surrendered. You do not get to surrender. Nope, you don't get to. I'm just not going to allow it. Although I don't know how I'm going to prevent that with only 3 stacks of creatures. What if I just sit right here and I don't actually attack you? Will that do it? What if I sit here and I don't actually attack you? Will that do it? What if I sit here and I don't actually attack you? Will that do it? Nope. 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 You killed 1 skeleton. He was already dead. We're just going to call it even. Don't worry about it. Armageddon. Look at that. If you didn't like the Elemental Storm, if you thought, oh, you know, it's okay, but it's not great. Nah, how about we try Armageddon on for size? It's not going to help against any enemy dragons, but it will help against literally everybody and anything else. So that works out just fine for me. I think I'm going to spend the gold to upgrade these dragons from red to black. I'm okay with that. It's a cost, but it's a cost I will incur. By the way, from A to B, it's only 4 turns to get from one castle to the other. I don't think that there's a faster way, but that's pretty awesome that we are so close. We are so close. I do want to send, let's see. if I've secured this area, maybe I don't actually need Ariel to stay here anymore. Did we see any other enemies up here? We do. We see Wrathmont. I'm going to have Ariel pop out. I'm going to kind of explore in this upper area here. I'm not worried about an enemy getting behind me. If an enemy does get behind me, we're just going to send Vesper after he comes back from dealing with some vampires. He's going to be very late to the party, but he will get there. Okay, and we're just going to go in a circle. KASTORE is staying. Marini is sailing. And this feels like we've done what we need to do. It feels like we were able to hit the marks that were necessary for us. It feels like our superior attack skill is meeting the challenge head on. It feels like we're okay. This feels fine. Rather than wait, 15 dragons. Tell you what, it's day 6. If I wait 2 days, then I can figure out what Crodo wants to do. Tell you what, we got 2 days. Let's go chase down Wrathmont. And it's 3 days away here, so if he gets into the boat, we're going to miss out. Is there anything else over here that we should pick up? Tell you what, we're going to go grab gargoyles. We're going to leave here on day 1. And then maybe actually if Wrathmont wanders the wrong direction, maybe we actually can nab him after we defeat these gargoyles. We'll see. I'm just trying to make sure that I focus on my priorities. Wrathmont's not it. Anybody else can go handle him. I think that he might hop into the boat and then escape in just a moment. But it all comes down to what Crodo and Fallagar want to do. So you guys tell me. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? By the way, earlier I had mentioned Top Gun, the movie with... I said Val Kilmer first, and then I said Tom Cruise. Val Kilmer, I rewatched the movie Tombstone the other day. Tombstone being named after the place in Arizona in the southwest of the United States. And it more or less follows the events of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday and cowboys as they try to take on the big bad evil cowboys of the West. It's a really good movie. Like it's a specifically good movie. 6,400 gold for 32 gargoyles is awesome, by the way. It's a really good movie. And after I finished watching it, I actually had to ask myself, how in the world did Val Kilmer not get some kind of Academy Award for his portrayal of Doc Holliday? So many memorable lines. And something that hopefully I can actually mimic here on stream. Next time some enemy wants to step to me and try and cause me grief, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say, "You're no Daisy. You're no Daisy. I'm your Huckleberry." I'm gonna say it hopefully much better than I just said there. Yeah, that's probably about the worst way I could possibly say that, but hopefully you know what I mean. A good line delivered with all seriousness and intent is amazing. I don't think I appreciate good actors as much as I should. I think I've been content with so-so mid-actors for too long, and I need to be able to appreciate quality when I see it. Hopefully I can do more of that over time. We'll see. We'll find out. Folks, it's a new month. We are at month 3, week 1, day 1. And this is month of the troll. That is bad because now Vesper is trying to get places and he's going to have to go through trolls to get there. Thankfully, we do have that one black dragon that is going to make things go much better for us. And it looks like Fallagar, I don't know if Fallagar actually sees us here. But I'm guessing that Thundax sure does. Oh my goodness, that's not good. So we are officially kind of trapped here. I think I'm just going to go to right here and hope that maybe Fallagar heads for me instead of KASTORE. If this enemy and this enemy combine, KASTORE is really in a rough spot. So I got to be pretty careful about this moving forward. He needs to have all the defenders he possibly can. If he doesn't, we're in a bad spot. I'm going to let Vitania drop this off. And because Ambrose has got to go get these dragons anyway, we're going to spend the time to upgrade this one big, great winged brute. 3 more dragons here. Going to spend the time to go all the way up to grab some more dragons. Maybe not. Oh, this is why. Oh no. I'm going to have to be smart about my movement since there's so many trolls everywhere. That's actually going to slow me down in a way that I don't like. Truly it will. Let's send Karlan actually up. Maybe she can hero chain these dragons to us as Ambrose sails by. Marini is sailing, but as fast as Ambrose is going, it feels like he is sailing as well. Several trolls, several trolls. We don't want any part of this. I'm hoping that Wrathmont is actually now sealed off from me. Looks like he's going back north. I'm not going to worry about him too much. Yeah, we're not going to worry about him. Maybe a 3rd level spell will help Ariel fight these enemies, actually. And I don't know if Vitania is in the right spot. I think that she's going to get dismissed in just half a moment. The reason being is because she's in the wrong position, and I need another hero here to help facilitate this drive-by. That's actually my priority there. Let's keep track of Crodo. Where is he? He's right there. Why do we got to cut these things so close? Oh, good. Wonderful. Thundax goes north instead of going south. That is ideal for me. And it looks like Fallagar has spotted the man, the myth, the legend, Agar. It's good. It's good. Let him follow me. And actually, I think I have just enough time to slip by Thundax, perhaps. I might be just out of range of anybody's sight line. So, good. Ambrose. I don't want trolls to join me. I just don't care. Do not care. If they all want to join, I say no. Don't really care about 500 gold at this point. That seems a little bit superfluous, really. So we're going to continue on. I may go out of my way to get this Tree of Knowledge. Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, I think that we're quickly approaching the time where the scenario is just over. So we need to be smart. We need to grab what we can while we can. Vitania, I was right. It's time for you to go. And it's going to be Aragon the Barbarian. Yeah, it'll be Aragon. We actually saw him earlier. We defeated him just outside of the gates of this very castle. So we're going to have him get gargoyles and dragons up into this area. And he's even going to take 1 Minotaur King for himself, just so he can be a little bit faster. That actually worked out well with the swamp there, and having a barbarian with pathfinding, that went pretty darn well. Happy with that. Swap everybody over, just like so. And then Marini, I'm still crossing my fingers for this one Battle Garb of Andrin. Nope, Skullcap. Not a bad artifact, just not my favorite. I actually wonder if I shouldn't land Marini up here. Do I really need any of these artifacts? Nomad's Boots, I do want those. I'm wondering if an enemy hero is going to hop into this boat. We haven't really seen any action in that area. It seems like we ought to have by now. Huh. 1,000 experience, advanced knowledge. The advanced knowledge is actually a big deal for Ariel because now she can take whatever ragamuffin troops we can find here in Sorpagal. She can take them north. It's weird when you consider Minotaur Kings at this point to be kind of bleh, but they are. They're just not that good at this point. Basic logistics, nice pickup. Might as well grab the estates along the way, as well as these additional halflings. Again, who knows how hungry these vampires that we're coming up on are. Okay. Fallagar, Thundax. And Crodo goes... Crodo lands. I think Crodo just made a mistake. I think he has cut off from his opportunities here in Sorpagal. The only reason I'm sad is that I want to make sure he doesn't go through these stone lits. I don't think he will. I think that Ariel is going to sit right here. I think she's going to die very valiantly and very quickly, somewhat stupidly. It's not her fault. It is what it is. And then, yeah, I think that we're going to mount as successful a defense as we can, maybe even doing one single elemental storm. If that's the case, then let's maybe combine forces. Let's do it like this. How about a couple of stacks like that? And then I think that we're to the point where we did a good enough job in getting Karlan here. We're going to grab the Tree of Knowledge because it's 6,200 experience. It's going to be expert leadership. That's fantastic. And then Karlan's going to drop off these troops. And rather than go back to the east, we're going to send 22 dragons against the might of Crodo. And I don't think that he has any idea what's about to hit him. This is going to be a train wreck. And the only thing I'm sad about is that we're going to be maybe a couple of days away, 2 days away from here. so we're not going to be able to defend Sorpagal completely, but I'm sure that he's going to head in this direction. Will he see me and run away, though? That's the question. And if he gets into this breadbasket, well, that'll be a bit of a mistake on my part, won't it? Okay. I'm still going to continue on with Vesper. He might be best to turn around and go in this direction, but I can't guarantee he can get there anyway, so let's stay the course. Lots of rocks. Nice to know that the enemy has not even been in this area. Like, never, ever. And then maybe, actually, as cool as Aragon is, he's in the wrong spot. We need to dismiss him. I think we need KASTORE to take a step out. 2 steps. Oh. Go kill some trolls. I love that that cost me a couple of gargoyles to do that. And we're going to have it, it's going to be Jacqueline. Jacqueline, because of the lack of issues with the swamp. She's going to take one single Minotaur. Yeah, one single Minotaur. Time to get rid of sprites. These troops just aren't necessary. And she's going to go make sure that we do step on that gate. If necessary, we'll be happy that we made that happen. Cool. Cool. Any other major movement points? So Fallagar left us alone. Thundax is too far away. We're going to slip by. Yeah, we're going to run right by him. He's going to see us. He's probably going to come down the road. He's probably going to get to right about here. And I'm going to hope that I'm just barely fast enough. The sprites are not part of this fight. It's all about speed. 5 speed versus 4 speed. So let's continue on the way. It feels so bad that we keep dismissing troops that cost us very valuable money, but speed is more important than anything. Carlon's going to take her free experience there. Pathfinding, sure, why not? And she is going to stay here on this gate. Okay. A lot of movement in this turn, but if I can, again, if I can just take out red, if I can just focus on green, I'm going to be feeling awesome. What will Crodo do? The next does head south, as expected. Ah, perfect. Perfect. That could not have been better. I was worried that he was going to see Ambrose coming and then just sprint to the west. Very glad that things did not go that way, because if he does go west, he might be obligated to go through those liths to escape me. If he goes through the liths, I might have 2 heroes, red and green, that KASTORE is trying to defend against. If that's not the case, we're fine. Golden. And because Crodo stepped a little bit too far this way, even if he tries to run now, he can't make it happen. I will be able to reach your boat. I will be able to reach you wherever you go. The end is near, my friend. You might as well eat your 1 elemental storm and carry on your way. Okay. Let's actually take Agar here. It's very sad that Agar's been here basically since the very beginning of this playthrough. I think Vesper was my first hero and Agar was my second. I think Agar's about to go down for the first time. And I may not ever hire him back. So very sad, but we're going to go check to see if there's any holes that have been dug by the enemy over here. If there are, I'm going to be a little bit disturbed knowing that we might have to be dealing with an ultimate artifact somewhere. Otherwise, Marini here is saying to herself, look at this, treasure? Free treasure? That no one's ever picked up? That's pretty good. Carlon is once again stepping on the lith. And we're making good things happen. Okay. But yeah. Val Kilmer. Did not think he was that good of an actor until I actually saw his work. I liked Val Kilmer. I liked some of the stuff he did, but you see that one movie role that you are meant to play, and when you knock it out of the park, chef's kiss. I think that as an actor, that'd probably be pretty tough to gain notoriety. You work your entire life, you hope that you're going to get noticed and to have your big break, as it were, and then you make it, and now everybody only sees you as that one character that you played that one time. That would be kind of bad. That would kind of hurt your heart a little bit. I think of, when I say this, people like Bryan Cranston, who did Breaking Bad. That is the role that he's known for, although he's done several wonderful acting jobs in his life. A couple of guys from like American television, the guy that plays Rainn Wilson, he's known as Dwight Schrute, even though he's, I mean, one of my favorite roles he's in is actually in Galaxy Quest. Funny enough, he was in America's Sweethearts. You know, good actor all around, but I'm sure that on the street he's only known as Dwight. Kind of interesting though, because some actors and actresses, they pull off amazing roles, but they don't get pigeonholed. Meryl Streep, for example. Nobody is saying that Meryl Streep is this one-dimensional character. She's Meryl Streep, right? And nobody gives her any grief about that. I do enjoy that you can make it as an actor and you can be everything you want to be, do a good job, and people still just give you credit for being a good actor. Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman has played just about everybody under the sun. Daniel Day-Lewis. Everybody under the sun. Of course, I've already mentioned Meryl Streep. I'm sure there's other actresses that kind of blend seamlessly into whatever role they want to play, but, you know. And then again, there's some actors like Adam Sandler, who basically plays himself every time. Or some version of himself anyway. All right, I'm getting off track here. One gargoyle in one stack, another single stack at the bottom of this formation, 47 here, and then 22 black dragons. Folks, I do not think that Crodo has picked up enough dragons to really make me scared. I do not think so. Let's take one quick peek. Is he their number one hero? He's going to have 2 attack, 5 defense. That's not going to be enough. If you have 30 dragons, this is not going to be a fun fight for me, but against my 22 black dragons, I'm still going to win. Let's see just how good or bad this fight goes. I don't need fireball. Glorious victory. Ooh, okay. The AI thinks that we're going to win outright. The AI thinks that he's going to lose 22 black dragons and we're going to lose 2. Can we fight this fight better? Maybe not. This might be one of those times where the AI does like a Rain Man kind of a deal and they just fight a fight better than I ever could. I don't know, but I think we're going to do the best we can with what we have. The Armageddon is so tempting. I don't want to lose my gargoyles, but it's so tempting. Tell you what, I got a feeling I'm going to lose my gargoyles in just a second. Let's first off just cast the Mass Curse. Let's make the black dragons hurt their Minotaur Kings. That's going to be a big stack. Oof. Anti-magic on the Griffins, very interesting. If I'd known that, would I have done things differently? Would I have Armageddoned right off the bat? No. I would not have. But no matter what the case is here, I am going to spend the turn of my 22 black dragons to go attack their big stack of 22. And we're going to do 990 up to 1980. If we got good luck here, I would go bananas. 6 black dragons goes down, another 4. It might have been, as well as that previous fight went with only 2 black dragons lost, there might have been one instance of good luck in the first 1 or 2 turns. And it'll be kind of sad if we had that opportunity and we just kind of like didn't take it. But whenever there's a fight that's this big, I always feel like it's best for me to try and fight it personally. It just feels like the best thing for me to do. I'm going to send this one gargoyle here. It's going to hopefully slow down the Hydras. I don't want them to get too far north until it's time, until I'm ready for it. We have lost 1 black dragon. That's bad. I mean, I could toast all of my gargoyles. How much do I care about gargoyles? I'll be able to do 450 damage to Minotaur Kings. I'll kill this whole stack of Centaurs. I'll kill a couple of Hydras. Is there a better spell? A better spell that also keeps my gargoyles alive. How about? What if I just anti-magicked my gargoyles? If you anti-magic the gargoyles, by the way, 2 attack, 5 defense, 10 spell power, 14 knowledge, 129 spell points left for Crodo. If I do anti-magic my gargoyles, that's just going to be another group of creatures that the enemy gets to anti-magic for themselves. But I will save my gargoyles at that point, and that's never going to hurt my feelings, so we're going to do that. Oh, we did actually find a way to get their Griffins to take a big hit. So long to their Minotaur Kings. It's very nice. 47 of these gargoyles are going to kill all of their centaurs. I don't really want to attack the Griffins. I don't really want to attack the black dragons. I will, though. Yeah, we can kill one more black dragon. We might as well. Might as well. And if I attack right here, I think that their Griffins are going to take another hit. Like so. Very nice. And then with 103 HP, do the gargoyles want to attack Griffins? No, I'm just going to keep the stack alive. I don't know how much damage 52 Griffins does. 37? Yeah, that's not that much. I'm fine with that. Good luck is going to kill this whole stack. Easy peasy. 66 HP. I really wish that I could get a couple of disrupting rays off on this Hydra. It's just not going to happen though. So right now, 18 turns. Do I want to wait 18 turns for this fight? No. If I wait 18 turns, I think that the enemy is just going to... I'm going to have to cast anti-magic a couple more times. I could get one big disrupting ray off. That'd be an extra 30 damage, 30% bonus damage. Let's see. We're killing 1 to 2 here. We could kill the whole stack. I don't want him to run. I don't want him to run, so I'm going to do this. It's stupid. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it. 3. Skip. Reapply the anti-magic. Oh, we'll just skip one more time then. No problem. Anti-magic on the gargoyles. That would have been a good time to attack. And really, the whole thing I'm doing here is really silly. It's really dumb. But I want to make sure that I don't miss out on the chance to kill this whole stack of Hydras. And I think that one disrupting ray can be the difference between that happening or not. 4 and 6. I don't know if he's got morale, good morale. I should be a little bit more careful than I have been. He could pick up good morale at any point. We're gonna skip one more time. Got to reapply the anti-magic. And there's only gonna be a small window where I'm gonna be able to disrupting ray because of turn order. 2 speed versus 6 speed. So let's go down. Once again, that would have been nice. And it's worn off. It's so dumb, but I really want to kill this guy in just one fell swoop. If the black dragons do not kill all these hydras, I am going to have a little bit of a chance with these gargoyles. Let's see if we can get lucky. 17 to 26. Aha, there's 5 left. Can we kill 5? No, we cannot. Oh, heartbreak. But you might as well give it a shot. You truly might as well, because if you get good luck or good morale here on the gargoyles, you're fine. Nope, the enemy has fled. Crodo is going to live to see another day. Disappointment. Absolute disappointment. Should we have lightning bolted? Should we have lightning bolted? I didn't check the damage. Which is more? Like 175 points worth of lightning bolt damage or 30% bonus damage off of 20 black dragons? I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. But it's only after the fact that I see maybe an opportunity where I could have done things a little bit differently. Anyway, hindsight is always 20/20. And I'm still very happy with the way that we fought that fight, because this essentially secures this whole bottom side. It's day 5. We're going to rush over to this castle here. Maximus is next on the hit parade. I think I am going to just wait with Ariel. She's going to pick up dragons, and then she's going to go and handle Wrathmont in just a moment or two. But if you thought that I was feeling good about this scenario before, I feel excellent about this scenario now. Green still has more castles than anybody else, but I still think that we're on the right track. Okay. And here's the thing, by the way. Crodo, not that big of an issue. Not a big enemy. Green has 2 heroes, Thundax and Joe Josh. These fights against these enemy green players are not going to be better than these other ones were. I'm going to have more castles. I'm going to have more probability. I'm going to be able to outgrow the enemy once I secure the Southern Kingdom, but this fight is not over. It's really not. So, with that being said, that still makes this 1,000 gold here meaningful. That means that carrying on our way is still going to be useful. Are there any other trolls we need to take out along the way? No, there's not. Okay. Very sad to see an enemy hopped into the boat there. It's Alamar. I don't think I'm going to worry about him too much. Gonna just make room for the dragons before anything crazy happens. And Marini is starting to scout. Starting to find her way. Oh, observation tower. Very nice. Hillstone. Hillstone. I don't see any real dwellings here. I could pick up rogues at the wagon camp. I don't think it's going to be enough to really take Hillstone. But with just goblins and orcs, I wonder if there's dragons here or not. Right now, I'm guessing that there's dragons here, and maybe dragons here. But right now, we've got several, and Fallagar, wherever he is, several. So another fight with lots coming up. But again, this time it's going to be against Thundax or somebody else. 4 attack, 3 defense, not too bad. Joe Josh is still the better hero, though. So let's be hasty as fast as I can. I think Jacqueline was going to go step on these stone liths. I'm still going to have her do that. It's just good business, but not nearly so worried about that as I could have been. Agar, he's got an artifact. I forget which one, but he's going to be the one that tracks down Wrathmont in just a moment. Okay. Still going well. Still going well. I'm going to take a quick pause. For you, it's going to be a blip, but I'm going to take a quick pause. That's going to help me eat some food, catch my breath, and I'll be back in just half a second. So as we continue on, again, there's no guarantee that this vampire fight's going to go well. The 47 dwarves are really my, what do you call it? My insurance policy. Don't really think this is going to go fantastically well. Thankfully, it doesn't matter where I position my dragon because the enemy vampires, they are not going to be able to bait me into roasting my own troops. So that feels pretty good. I think I want to do close formation though. I think I want to do it just like this. Yeah, and then I'm just going to have the dragon sit on the halflings. It seems a little strange, but I think it's going to actually be pretty good. I'll just let these vampires come and attack me, and then the halflings should be able to do full damage. Curse isn't going to help, no spells are going to help, but I'm not going to roast my own troops. Not concerned about that. 10 orcs are going down at a time, 67 damage onto this black dragon. I'm going to take this nice double hex attack right here. Against these vampires, I'm going to get 1 full stack here. It was a bunch. I still got a bunch. And then I'm going to just let the orcs actually peel off. 8. 16. This stack is going to get to go first after my dragon's roast here. I'm going to skip on the orcs. And then I think that this stack of vampires is actually going to step up into the halflings. How much damage did the halflings do? Turn 1. Halflings did 253 damage. One dragon's only going to do 47 to 95. Actually, you know what? I think I need the damage from the halflings more than I need the damage from the dragon. Yeah, let's actually keep the... Yeah, let's keep the halflings alive. Let's do it like this, actually. Ooh, thrilled to see that the dwarves took some damage. That's exactly what I wanted to see there. That is lovely. And then I will work on these big stacks. 6 here. 1 there. Excuse me, I couldn't stop the sneeze. It just happened. Occasionally, if you see the game stutter, that's actually me trying to hit pause before I sneeze. I was unable to make that happen there. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Phixfox, you don't need to apologize for a normal human bodily function. Yeah, I know, but still. I do try to have a certain degree of, maybe professionalism is the wrong word, but quality and avoiding sneezing and avoiding little things like that actually does matter as far as I'm concerned. I really feel like it matters. So I always try my best to make sure things go well. So still, even though I don't have to apologize, accept it graciously, knowing that I hope that my offering here for Heroes of Might and Magic 2, I hope it's satisfactory to you. I hope it is. Distant sounds of music and laughter draw you to a colorful wagon housing rogues. Do you wish to have any rogues join your army? 74. For this cost, I think I have enough gold. I don't think it hurts my feelings. And maybe I go through these skeletons. There's a throng there. That's a lot. Maybe I go through... I don't know. Tree City is too far away. Maybe I go through a throng of skeletons. What does Marini have? Visions? Lightning Bolt? She's got a Lightning Bolt. She's got a couple Cold Rings. I don't think I really beat a throng of skeletons. Yeah, I could. I might. We'll see. With spells, I might be able to. And then we're just going to see if she can rally enough forces to at least threaten Hillstone. You don't have to take it, but at least threaten it. That's all I really want. Ambrose is making his way downtown, walking fast. And Jacqueline is, again, doing her duty there. I had a thought, by the way, folks, the other day. So if you notice, there's one time in all the videos I've done that I've used the words like or subscribe. Usually I don't do that. Usually I just don't. And the reason why is that I'd like to think that if you think that this is worth your time enough to watch anyway, that, you know, that's just one of the many ways you could show appreciation for the channel. I think I'd appreciate comments more than I would appreciate likes. I think I would appreciate comments and likes more than I would appreciate, you know, subscriptions. Maybe, maybe not. Some people just don't want to subscribe, and that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person I don't usually have. I didn't have a YouTube page or account that I would use for myself. I didn't really have one until I started doing this. So it doesn't hurt my feelings for all the folks that like to just watch the stuff, but I am a little bit interested. If you would be willing, I'd like to see how many people would be willing to just hit like, hit subscribe, and just leave a comment. If you're a long-time viewer and you just say, oh, Phixfox is tired of hearing from me, guaranteed I am not tired of hearing from you. I love the comments. I love getting to talk to everybody. That's really my favorite part about doing all this. So I you know, it's not a big deal, but it's a humble request from me to you that if for this video and this video only, if you want to just, you know, comment if you usually don't, if you want to subscribe if you already are not, if you want to take the time to just say hi, I would just appreciate that, because it's nice to know that we're really not alone in this world. And the subscriber count keeps going up and it continues to do what it does, but yeah, I would just like to check in and just see how things are going. And maybe the best thing you could do is actually give me some feedback in that comment. If you just want to say, hey, I'm here, like what you're doing, or hate what I'm doing, either way, that was great. But if you also have feedback about things I can improve on, I'm always looking to improve. And thankfully, we're getting to the point. I had mentioned with the birth of my second child that things were going to change for me. I needed to slow down in the way that I was presenting these videos, and I have. I've been pretty darn effective with that. And now I'm to the point where I'm going to be able to devote a little bit more time back into the channel and getting things back up to where they need to go. And part of that is going to be things like I am going to work on getting into as many of the modifications for the different Heroes of Might and Magics as possible. I'm going to be working on VCMI. I'm going to be working on the Secession Wars mod from Heroes 3 for Heroes 2. I'm going to get into as many of those mods as possible. I'm going to look to go into Heroes 5. I'm going to look to return to Heroes 4. I'm going to look to finish off the Alamar campaign in Heroes 1. I'm going to look to potentially start some other games. The point is that there's lots of different things I'd like to do, and I'm going to be able to have the time to do a little bit more of that. I'd love your feedback to help me know what you're interested in. Maybe let me know what things I'm doing well and what places I can improve on. So this video, I don't usually say like and subscribe. I don't usually say, hey, leave me a comment. I would definitely appreciate that at this time. I just kind of want to see what response I get. Humbly, with all humility of heart, from me to you, I'd love for you to check in with me if you'd be so kind. And if not, no hard feelings. Always a pleasure to have you as often as I get to have you. So with that being said, back to the game. Oh no. Thundax is now combining forces with Fallagar. I still hope that Fallagar is the main hero, but I'm officially starting to worry. Hilltop is doing what it does. I have to hit intern because there's nothing else for me to do. But I still have to use Ambrose to clear out all of red. Or do I? Do I? I think I do. Maybe I don't. I think that I need to take this final castle of Dragontooth, and it's only, I'm already all the way here. I might as well. I'm going to take out Dragontooth. I'm going to leave these vagabonds and stragglers. And after I do this, I'm going to need to rush back, secure my main castle, and then I'm going to push out from a position of strength and deal with the enemies. KASTORE has to hold. He has to hold. Until I get back, KASTORE, you are the man. And I have to believe that you've got what it takes to be in there like swimwear, like a stone wall, standing strong against any enemy that might want to do us harm. I have to believe that you're the guy. So KASTORE, if you can hear me, please just stay alive. Or invite the enemy to completely ignore you, so that way we don't have to worry about having to fight and defend our castle. Maybe the best thing to do, as we learned from Sarakin, is don't even try and fight the enemy if you don't have to. Just go around them. Just win in alternative ways. Think outside of the box, as it were. Ooh, now I see what happened. Is this Armageddon going to kill 9 trolls? It does. So we lose all of our forces. Glorious victory. Wrathmont gets the last laugh. But then again, as we pick up the leadership, but then again, I think I'm just happy to have him no longer be a thorn in my side. Okay, should I actually hop into the boat with Agar and try and sail back quickly? I know that Vesper is pretty far south. That might be the quickest way to get troops up. It's going to be 3 more days. Another day here, another day there. Yeah, I think the Vesper actually needs to return that dragon north. Goblin Hut's not going to help. Let's plan on meeting up with our friends right about here at the coastline. That should be a quick shot in Night Shadow. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. Ariel is holding steady. Horde of dwarves. She can beat those with a couple more hydras. Then we're going to get another 1,000 gold per day. By the way, 2 sawmills, 3 alchemist slabs, 4 ore pits, 3 sulfur mines, 1 crystal mine, 3 gem mines. We do have 5 gold mines, and so 10,000 gold a day. I'm feeling much better about my gold prospects. I'd like to pick up this crystal mine. We've seen that we're a little bit shy on that front. We'll grab that soon. I actually don't think that's best. I think it's going to take longer for Agar to go here than it is to just go sailing, so we're going to stick with this plan, but I did just see that as a potential opportunity that I might have missed. Peasants, I don't want to fight them, but I will, and we're gonna win. I'm gonna split the rogues. I'm gonna split the boars. I'm gonna have 1 single stack of boar just in case. I just don't want to take any losses where I can. I'm hoping I can get a nice split. 2 peasants here and 3 stacks of peasants here. That's my hope. I'm just gonna step up like this. I'm gonna pull my forces to the very center of the map, so that way the peasants feel inclined to rush down like this. I'm gonna step up here and here, just like this. 2, 2, 2. Okay, trying to make this work. Here and here. There we go. And now I'm just going to skip 1 more turn, and this is going to let 2 stacks of peasants go to the top, and this bit of terrain over there we're going to deal with later. Piggies have all got to leave. Piggies, go home. Uh-oh, this piggy is stuck. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy got stuck. This little piggy felt really sad, and these 31 peasants attacked these 37 rogues. Ouch. Ah, well. We did as good as we could have with what we had. We'll pull back 1 more time. And this fight has gone marvelously, if I do say so myself. A little bit of positioning. If you got 2-speed creatures, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably the worst proposition ever. It's just the worst place to be. 6 sulfur, we're up to 24, by the way. I think if I go through these peasants, I could have an avenue here. I'm going to go through the peasants 1 more time. I probably won't fight that fight as intensely as I did this previous time, though. Please don't go down the road. Very interesting that the enemies did not combine their black dragons. I don't know what to make of that. I'm happy for it. We are playing on impossible difficulty. And one of the hallmarks of impossible difficulty is generally that you see the enemies combine their forces into 1 very powerful hero. But if that's not what we're seeing, I don't know what to tell you. I don't tell the AI how to play. I just give what the enemy, I just take what the enemy gives me. So, all right, a few dragons here in Dragon Tooth, not a problem. 5 of the gargoyles go down. We're going to pick up the navigation over the ballistics. I don't think that castle turrets matter at all to me. We are back. We've got the expert wisdom now. And funny enough, because there is the mirror image here, we're not going to need to go back to this mage guild and pick up the mirror image there. So we're in a good spot. I'm going to leave these defenders, everything else that's here. This has to hold out. Let me cast the view all real quick. There's no enemies here. There are 1, 2 heroes here. We've already seen them. They've got no escape. There's no boats. So I'm going to probably rehire the best hero I can right here, and they're going to find their way in that direction. In the meanwhile, in the meantime, I think that here to here and then back is my best route to go home. We've mentioned that we need to go back home. We are going to waste no time. 20 black dragons are coming home, baby. But it's still going to be several days. As fast as we are, it's still going to be several days. What did we mention we wanted to do here? Hydras against dwarves. I'm going to wait another day, another week. It's only day 3. 4 days worth of troops is going to make that fight go even better. And then Marini, she's going to fight. Glorious victory. I'm just going to accept that. Down to 43 of these rogues, and we cannot get through. The war trolls have caused us enough problems. So a bit of a miss there. Pretty sad for that. Still weird to see Hillstone with no defenders. I imagined if I got close to it that they would find a way to find some troops to levy. But until that time, they're just sitting there and just sitting there ominously. Not letting me know, giving no hint, no rhyme, no reason to why they do what they do and whether or not they have dragons. Ariel is waiting. Everybody's waiting. And Fallagar goes back. If the enemy... Okay. This may be a time where you are better off playing FHeroes2 as opposed to Heroes of Might and Magic 2 Gold. And here's what I mean, folks. Heroes of Might and Magic 2 Gold was omniscient, and so it could see the whole map. That's how it played so well and so effectively. But the FHeroes2 AI does not have any such advantage. And so because it has no such advantage, the enemies have to effectively scout out this win condition of this castle. If we were playing Heroes 2 Gold, they would have been bombarding us, pelting us, knowing that KASTORE could not effectively defend, and we would be in trouble. Because they can't see us, I think we're in a much better spot. I'm happy for the way that this is working out. As well as the AI plays for FHeroes2, this is just one of those differences, and we are going to be the beneficiaries of that. Does it really hurt my heart? The answer is no. You've got to take the good with the bad, the sweet with the sour, and carry on as best as you can. This fort is not too far away from us, but I don't want to get stuck. We need to get back. We're 4 days away. Let's head home. Be safe. Win conditions, folks. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Everybody else is good to go. By the way, nobody asked, but I'm going to give you an update because I am going to talk about some of the stuff that I enjoy, which is pretty much everything I do here anyway, but bear with me for just a moment. For those of you who are interested, the Phixfox kid is doing fantastic. He is now about 6 weeks old. He is, when he was born, he was very skinny. We were a little bit concerned. We were not sure that he was going to get to come home on time. Doctors and nurses, they were worried that he was not where he needed to be as far as his weight after birth. Babies generally lose a little bit of weight after they're born anyway, but he was not gaining it back to where they thought he should, and it was pretty rough as a father, kind of pleading silently under my breath, hoping that my dear sweet kid would just eat a little bit. And we were happy that he was able to come home on time. It was close, but ultimately they said, yep, he's eating enough. He is gained a little bit of the weight back. He should be able to go home with you, and that should be a better environment for him than it is at the hospital. And since that time, he is putting on weight. He is getting chunky. He is getting those cute little baby, I don't want to say he's getting baby rolls, but his cheeks are filling out. And if you don't like kids, I don't want to bore you with the details, but this kid he's probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't tell my other kid that. It's not a race. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying that as a dad, I'm grateful I've had 2 cute kids, and this kid is definitely one of the best. So everybody is healthy in that regard. Everybody is happy. Things are going pretty well. As you can tell, I've mentioned previously, I've been traveling. I've been on the road. This is the last week that I have to be on the road for the near foreseeable future. And I'm very happy to be able to finally go back and spend time every single night sleeping in my bed and getting woken up by that cute little guy. So that's where I'm at this point. And again, that's part of, we talked earlier about plans for the channel. I've been unable to devote time just because I've been away and I've not been able to really settle down. With that being said, though, we're also going to have access back to some of the streaming we've talked about doing in the past. So I'm very excited for streaming. Oh geez, look at this guy. Crodo is back. I've got to get rid of some heroes. Streaming is, I'm planning on having that return very, very quickly. How quickly? That's a good question. I would like to do that as early as this Saturday. I don't want to say that and then have people be sad if I'm not there. But I am currently planning on Saturday, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That tends to work pretty well for the crowd that would like to get an early start, or if they are overseas in Europe, it's usually about 8 p.m. in England at about that time. And so that seems to be a pretty good time for you. I think it'll be an okay time for me. And again, that's going to be this Saturday. So that'll be February 1st. I think it'll be February 1st. I'm planning on being back at 11 a.m. So I will put out some updates on the FHeroes2, or excuse me, the Phixfox Discord, just in case that does not happen. I will communicate that on the Phixfox Discord. If you'd like to join the Phixfox Discord, you sure can. There is, whenever I post a video, there is going to be the little ping that comes from that Discord channel, just to let you know that I have posted a new video. You can also just contact me there. There's a section for requests. I'm always happy to just take whatever thoughts you have and just see how life's going for you. There's an awful lot of wonderful people, and I'm just happy to get to check in with you there. So another way that you can catch me if you're interested in doing that. So more than that, just looking to get back into the swing of things. It should be fine. It should be good. I've missed streaming. I've missed being able to interact with people in that environment where, as I'm playing, people give me feedback. Like, I love when people see something that I didn't see and they say, Phixfox, wait! And some people might not enjoy that. They might say, oh, well, that means you're not playing. You're letting backseat drivers play. The thing about Heroes of Might and Magic is it's such an intense game. There's so many different mechanics and strategies that it's really nice to be able to have people to bounce ideas off of. And then people also get to talk about whatever's worthwhile to them, whatever's in their little corner of the world that makes them happy. That always makes me happy to hear as well. So there's an awful lot of great things going on the FHeroes2 Discord, and again, planning on returning to streaming very, very soon. So just glad to be back. Glad to be back. By the way, we did see an enemy come through the lith here. That was the enemy that set sail from here. They sailed all the way north. They landed right about here. Right about here. And then they went through these stone liths. We know that the liths go right here. There's 2 heroes, 1 and 2 in the darkness, and then Astra. We did pick up Crodo. Crodo with his Spellbinder's hat, his Foremost Scroll of Knowledge, all these stats. He hopefully can repel these invaders. It's day 7. We just have to last for 1 day. That's all we gotta do. 1 day. Can we do it? Yes, we can. I believe in us. So let's hit enter and let's see if we can make that happen. Can we do it? It looks like we have. Yep, it looks like we have. No problems. Paladin growth is up by 5. It's month 3, week 3, day 1. I am going to send Vesper through this pack of trolls here. It's just going to be the quickest way to get here. I don't care. They think that I want them to join them or join me. I don't care. I don't care. Do it. Do it. I don't care. But if you don't join me, I will kill you. So join me for free or get out of my sight. What more can I say than that? I'm going to sit right here. Hopefully, as we send Ambrose the Knight with these 9 additional black dragons for 34 total, as I send him north, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to take Hilltop back and then carry on from there. I don't know if it's worth it to me to take Hydras on the road. Armageddon is kind of the spell in my back pocket. I think it might come down to a big fight where we actually do have to exhaust ourselves against our enemies. I think for that reason I am going to kind of carry on. I am going to purchase out all these troops. We've gone very, very light for so long. Now it feels like it's time to rush our enemy before bad things happen. If we are able to find that ultimate artifact, great. If not, okay, these things do happen. I think that we can get to right about there. So I'm actually going to send Ambrose to here through the trolls. We're going to waste a little bit of movement points, but there's a couple of dragons there that could be useful. How many are there? 5? 4 more dragons. That could be useful. Let's just go to here. It's going to cost us a little bit of movement, but we're going to be on the road. We should be able to reach Thundax if he continues south in one day. Oh boy. Oh buddy. I'm getting excited. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I feel it. I definitely feel it. And Ariel feels it. She's like, yes, my time to shine. These poor little souls. I'm going to keep Marini here. And now if you notice, we have a hero on each door. Why do this? Well, in Heroes 3, you can attack an enemy that's standing on a lith and just being obstinate and doesn't want to move. Not the way in Heroes 2. And so happy to have the opportunity to close off the gate and prevent the enemies from getting squirrely on me. How about that? Okay. I don't think that there's any enemies that can deal with 3 black dragons. I think that Crodo is particularly tough. Ranlu's going down. Glorious victory. I'm going to accept these losses. I don't think that these dragons are ever going to get back up to the front of the battle. And even though Astra's right here, I'm just going to purchase whatever I can. That's going to be enough to make sure that nobody backdoors me. As Crodo chases whoever is up here. I don't know if Crodo's going to be able to catch them, actually. 2 black dragons. 1,800 movement a day. Should be fine. Never mind. We'll be fine. Okay, but green is kind of moving in this direction. I don't know if green can see me, but if I was green, I would be highly concerned. I would be highly concerned. Crodo is going to defeat Arie. No problems. Enemy is fled. Chasing down this final red hero. This might be red's final hero. In fact, they might lose. They might not have had a castle in time. And they might be on their very final days before they have to call it quits. Oh, no. I ruined the hero chain. That was pretty bad. It's pretty gross. Let's not do that. Okay, we'll come back for those dragons in a little bit. I don't want to wait. I want to head north. I want to mix it up. I think I'm tough. I think I can do this. And we've got so many movement points that as we go, we're going to grab stuff along the way. Ariel is carrying on. She's going to grab red dragons on the way back. I think that that was Fallagar right there. Thundax is waiting. Thundax is not going to be easy prey. He's really not. But I'm not going to worry so much about him all the same. KASTORE's going to head up. I guess he's going to bring up the next swath of dragons. As soon as it's a new week, KASTORE's going to set off. Can we reach? We can. Thundax. Oh, Hilltop does have dragons. Green dragons. Fantastic. And now I wonder how they're going to arrange their army. They've got too many stacks of creatures. They're going to have to leave 2 creatures out. Which creatures are going to get left out? I don't know. I hope that Hydras do not make it into this fight. They do. Okay, so the green dragon is going to just disappear after we defeat these enemies. But this is going to be a pretty big fight. So, Thundax the Barbarian, 4 attack, 3 defense, 1 spell power, 2 knowledge. Great morale. Got to keep an eye out on that. And then normal luck, 20 spell points. Not too worried. Left turret, right turret, and the moat, plus the Bastille, of course. We, on the other hand, have 13 attack, 15 defense, 9 spell power, 8 knowledge, blood morale, Irish luck. We're feeling A-okay. We've got tons of opportunities. Don't cast the Armageddon unless you're really ready to lose your troops. Instead, I think that the speed is not going to be pretty valuable here. It's not going to be that important. I kind of just want to start. I should have had the gargoyles up here. Maybe not. The damage from these black dragons isn't going to be that big of a deal. I think we just cast the mass slow. That's going to mitigate a lot of these concerns I might otherwise have. That is going to make their black dragons go next, though. I think that their black dragons are going to be obligated to try and deal with my centaurs. Let's see about it. Nope, they're going to get the first shot, but now I get to dictate when and where I fight, and that only costs me 75 hit points, essentially. Their creatures here. I don't know if Thundax has any spells at all. I don't really want to park myself in the moat here, but this might prevent me from taking extra losses. Tell you what, I think I can manage killing all these creatures. I don't think I'm going to take a single dragon lost. I don't think, anyway. Griffins. Hydras. Hydras are the scary unit. Oh, and the good morale actually kind of hurts. 130 hit points left. Yeah, we're probably going to lose 1 black dragon. That's going to be kind of par for the course. It's not going to be a birdie, but It's definitely not a bogey either. Huh? Did you like that? I don't usually use golf terminology because I don't really do golf, but I think I used everything correctly there. I think? I hope? If I didn't, please let me know. I'm not going to say that I can actually make any changes, but at least I tried. At least I tried to relate to the audience that really enjoys golf. I'm sure that you're out there. Just trying to find you. Oh, and the enemy surrendered. No way. They surrendered with like 80 hydras left. Didn't cost me a single black dragon. I'm fine with that. With 3 attack, 4 defense, I don't really care if Thundax runs or not. By the way, Wrathmont, he's back. He was a good hero. I am amazed that we've been able to fight as well as we have. But anyway, okay, so Hilltop is back to ours. They've got us up to this level. Identify Hero, really nice spell actually. I am going to pick up the 4th level Mage Guild. I don't think that it's going to hurt my feelings too bad to use the Sulfur, and the Berserker spell could be useful. Could be very, very useful. Let's head south. There's no time like the present. Let her do what she wants to do. And we even lost enough troops to get the dragons into our army from the Dragon City. Ariel defeating those dwarves, picking up that gold mine. Again, a month 3, week 3, day 3 gold mine. Doesn't seem like it's very high on our list of priorities, but I'm happy that we've done that now. I am happy that we've done that now. KASTORE again, waiting. Waiting for his time to shine. Crodo is trying to hunt down Astra. I think that this is going to be the best way that I can try and track her down. With her 2-speed dwarves, I should be much faster. And I think that, is Marini still... Marini is still kind of guarding that path, isn't she? Red player's been vanquished, folks. Month 3, week 3, day 4, on day 3 of the 3rd week of the 3rd month. Red player has been vanquished, and now with only green, we are cruising. Absolutely cruising. And I think that my first area that I want to take out is Quicksilver. I think that that was the enemy's starting castle. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think that it was a good guess, anyway, that I'm venturing, that they should have dragons there. Let's cut their means of production. We're very strong. Let's just stay strong. Dragons here. KASTORE is going to stay again. Crodo has now done everything he needed to do. He has saved this area. I might as well have him go pick up Alchemist Labs and such. Maybe he will do an amphibious assault from the waterway on the eastern side of the map. Who knows? Before anything else happens, though, we need to have Marini go here. Isn't it so nice that Fallagar is not going to be able to get through here? He has to go this way. He has one route here and potentially one route here in order to cause hate and discontent on the map. We're not going to allow him to do that. We're going to step into these key and critical spots. We're just going to stay alive. We're going to continue on. Maybe Vesper is going to come and dig right about there. I don't know. He's got to go get this Sulfur real quick. Maybe Hilltop. Maybe I can purchase one more hero. I don't know how many I have. I guess I have 8 heroes already. I've already got 8, so we're just going to wait for now. Oh, and Dimension Door is on the table. I think it's that castle in the upper right. I think that that Castle of Hillstone immediately changes where I need and want to go. Yep. If the enemy uses Dimension Door, I'm going to use Dimension Door. As close as I am to these other castles, I'm immediately going to peel off. I do not want the enemies to get squirrely on me. That level of movement could always threaten Night Shadow. If the enemy's Dimension Door right on top of me, I just lose. So I cannot allow that to happen. I have to go in this direction. If the Dimension Door is at a different 5th level Mage Guild, I'm going to be pretty sad, but all indications I have are that it's here in Hillstone. And it doesn't hurt that the bulk of the enemy's armies are up here as well. If Fallagar starts to Dimension Door basically this turn, then we are going to confirm that Hillstone has the 5th level Mage Guild. More than that, I can't say. But until that time, that's the theory I'm operating under. That was just a town portal. That was not a Dimension Door, so maybe not. Maybe we're just going to trap him. New month, or new week. Week of the Weasel. And while the enemy could squirt out through the top in this direction, I'm just going to go straight for them and just be as in their face as I possibly can be. If Fallagar can beat me, I don't want to hear about it. 34 black dragons feels like a lot. Even in his castle, that shouldn't be more than I can handle. And the only thing that I really worry about is will I be able to prevent him from running? Time will tell. Folks, 25 black dragons, 129 gargoyles, 108 griffins, 94 minotaur kings, 72 hydras. Fallagar has 5 attack, 4 defense, 7 spell power, 10 knowledge. Great morale. Good luck. This is the 3rd or 4th meeting that we've had with Fallagar, and every single time he has slipped through my fingers. I hate him for it. But this time I have a mass slow, I've got the curse, I've got my options. I truly do. And I think, oh, which is better, the slow or the curse? I think that the curse is actually the best spell I have here, because there's so many supporting troops that are quality. I think it makes sense for me to do it like this. I'm going to send the Minotaur Kings into the moat. I want them to be able to respond in this direction as quickly as possible. Their gargoyles have gone down immediately. When cursed, not too big of a deal. The paralyze is affecting my hydras. I don't think that they were going to get into this fight too much anyway. I think that was a bit of a mistake on the enemy's part. We're going to immediately take down 5 black dragons with our first breath attack, and then on the retaliation plus their turn, black dragons are going to kill 2 of our black dragons. We're going to take the damage from Minotaur Kings and Griffins very shortly. I think I might as well get the gargoyles into this fight. I just need a couple left over by the end of this fight. I truly do. The good luck is nice. A couple of gargoyles goes down, but more griffins do fall. I will continue. I can do full damage to these Minotaur Kings. I shall. And with the good luck, 136 centaurs does kill about 9 Minotaur Kings. Pretty good, pretty good. 72 hydras on the bottom stack. I'm going to start investing and taking them out. I could do a berserker. I don't think that would be... Well, actually, hold on. If I cast the Berserker now, the Hydras are going to take 1-2 turns up. The Berserker is going to persist until they're able to attack somebody. I'm going to force Fallagar to respond to that. I'm guessing we're going to see a Dispel or a Cure come out. But until I see that, I'm going to assume that I'm in the right spot, doing the right thing. 26 Griffins goes down. Minotaur Kings make a good decision there. Their black dragons do get the first attack, and they got the good morale. We're down to 29 of our black dragons. This is an absolute just knockdown, drag out fight. We're down to 28 of the black dragons. The great morale from Fallagar is actually coming in pretty clutch. 38 of the griffins down to, looks like it's going to be about 20, or rather 13. Doing full damage to these Minotaur Kings. The enemy has 6 black dragons. We have 28. This truly is a dragon war. Nobody knows what is going on in the heat of battle. This is flames. This is damage. This is a lot. There's a lot going on here. And with the good luck there, we were able to take out all those Minotaur Kings. Very happy to see that they are finally defeated. I am going to start to invest. Before we talked about the Berserk, this time rather than trying to invest in a disabling spell, I am going to go straight for the good old classic Disrupting Ray. Anytime I see a stack of Hydras, if I can Disrupting Ray them, I shall. And here, we certainly shall. 1 black dragon getting good luck is not going to be enough. 192 hit points remain on their dragons. The dragons are down. Fallagar only has 72 Hydras in his command. We're going to continue to Disrupting Ray them down. We're going to pull all of our forces back. I don't fear any spell damage here. I truly don't. And I do, once again, I want to take these troops out while I can. Will their Hydras break the paralyze on my Hydras? If they do, they're going to have a real bad time. So we're going to allow them to do that if they want to. We're slowly ticking them down to 61. Okay, and my Hydras are up. 27 black dragons are going to do, it looks like, about 4,000 damage at the max end. These Hydras are down to 1. Absolutely 1 defense skill. We're doing about 260% bonus damage with these 27 black dragons. How big is this hit going to be? 40 Hydras. 40 Hydras is the play there. And with 21 Hydras remaining, folks, Fallagar is defeated, and he is defeated outright. It's going to cost us 2 Minotaur Kings, 7 of the Black Dragons, 6 of the Hydras, 16 of the Gargoyles. I have no regrets. 22,000 experience, Major Scroll of Knowledge, Stealth Shield of Protection, Traveler's Boots of Mobility. We were able to hit the hat trick, and we were able to get all of the movement items. That feels wonderful, folks. Look at this. True Compass of Mobility, Nomad's Boots, and the Traveler's Boots. I don't really care about the Ballista of Quickness. The Golden Horseshoe doesn't matter because we have the Expert Luck. I am going to hire another hero who's going to hopefully help take these artifacts off my hands, just in case we find somebody with something much better. Oh, we can't even hire anybody. We are out of space. It's time for somebody to go. I don't think that Jacqueline is particularly useful at this time. And so we're going to hire Arie, and Arie's going to do his job. And folks, we are wrapping this scenario up very quickly, it feels. We did have Ambrose step in there and grab the 5th level Mage Guild. It wasn't particularly good. The Town Gate could be useful, Mass Shield, niche, but there's some real use for that. Not really today, but some days. And the only thing I hate about everything that just transpired is that we did not find the Dimension Door. So it's going to take us a little while to walk our way back, but we are going to head back for, it looks like 2 more castles. Let's take a quick look at the view all. From what I can tell, there's 1, 2 heroes here in the kind of center of the map, 3 heroes, 1 there. And by the way, I can't zoom in any further. That's as much as I can zoom in. This is zoomed all the way out into this beautiful dragon head, which looks so very cool. And this is as close as I can go in, but 1, 2, call it 3 heroes. I think I'm just going to go straight south from this area. I'll go all the way down and around. I'll pick up 1 castle, 2 castles, and then that should be it. Will Vesper be able to dig and grab what I want? I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter, but if he finds the ultimate artifact here, it's going to be sad because Josh is going to flame breath him immediately. Nothing. Where could it be? I don't know, but yeah. You didn't find it today. Maybe you'll find it next time. And at this point, Ariel doesn't even really need to continue to work on this dragon city. We do see Josh here with a few black dragons. That does not hurt my feelings. It's going to be okay. Arie is going to sit. Crodo is going to sit. Right now we're going for speed. KASTORE, I guess KASTORE can leave. He's got 8 black dragons. Let's have him just make sure that Josh doesn't go anywhere silly. But everybody else should be no longer on my radar. Vesper goes down. Yeah, 3 black dragons, not a big deal. Seems a bit strange that you use your 3 black dragons to go defend your 114 centaurs, Josh. It's not the play I would have made it, but I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Carry on. Okay, and I just wanted to take a quick look at that fight. No other concerns at this time. Josh is going north, but I'm going to continue to let him leak out. It's going to be KASTORE that ultimately tries to deal with him. And I really thought that we might need, not just want, but need to find the ultimate artifact in this scenario. Turns out the answer is no. I think that we're okay to just march on and defeat our enemies while we can. This scenario would have been impossible. As slow as I did it, I think that this scenario would have been impossible without a might-based hero. Having 13 attack and 18 defense is critical. And in fact, I think I would have been much worse off if I had a barbarian as opposed to a knight, because defense means that your troops stay on the battlefield more often, and if your black dragon count gets a little bit high, you want to keep them around as long as you can. And so I think that we've been able to do that. I think that we've been able to keep our dragon count in a healthy and happy spot, and I blame my friend Ambrose for all of that. Folks, this other castle here does have the Armageddon, Setwater Guardian, Chain, Lightning. Not so bad, not so good. Let's do a real quick view all just to see if there's any heroes that have escaped. It looks like 1 and 2 heroes are between us and their main castle, and there is 1 hero all the way over here. Arie might have to deal with them. Let's actually send KASTORE over in this direction. They're somewhere in the darkness. Let's go send KASTORE over to try and head them off. Oh, I didn't even move with the rest of my movement for Ambrose, did I? Whoops, my bad. Okay. Enemy is fled. We're going to let Josh flee. It's not even a fight at this point. Just time to let it go. But we're going to pick up another observation tower, and we're getting more of this beautiful dragon head. This should be the very last castle that we have to defeat here, and I am going to just let the auto combat take this one away, since it may be the final large fight that we have to deal with. There is 1 more green hero somewhere on the battlefield, but I don't know if they've got any amount of dragons. They could just have a couple of centaurs, a couple of gargoyles, and if that's the case, it's not really going to be much of a fight. It seems fitting that we always finish these scenarios with our final fight. But other than having a might-based hero, what other decisions could we have made to have made this fight go better? I actually think that we had a week 3 Dragon Tower. I think if you wait another week or two, I think you just lose. I think you have to get a Dragon Tower in Night Shadow by week 3. And I think that you have to pick up as much gold as you can. And I think you have to get very lucky with campfires. I think we had 3 campfires that each had 5 sulfur each. It was pretty insane. And I'm happy for it. It went really well, but I don't think you can necessarily count on that. If you do decide to stick with a Warlock, I think that you can, as I've talked to some other players, I think that you can potentially use that to great effect to clear out the map early on with some spells. And then maybe you can leverage that into an early castle. If you can grab one of these castles here or here or here in the red domain in the Southern Kingdoms, you may be able to still win with a Warlock hero. I feel like I'd fallen so far behind, though, that a might-based hero was really my only option. And maybe I'm wrong about that, but it felt like from where I was at, that was the only option I had. Folks, it's month 4, week 1, day 1, and it's going to be Alamar with a few red dragons. The KASTORE is hopefully trying to meet, and I think that Alamar has no choice. I think he must go and try for Hillstone. I think it doesn't matter to me what he tries to do. I will try and Dimension Door my way over there because why not? And we're going to end up calling this a day. I was able to get some help, Zentz from the FHeroes2 team. He was very kind in letting me know that my high scores, which are not on this computer because I mentioned I got a new laptop, that I can still actually port those over to my high scores here on this computer, on this machine. So I am happy to announce that I am actually going to get to keep those. I'm just going to have to go back to the original computer I had and find a way to get those back. So it's going to take a little bit of time, I'm sure, but we will track that down in short order. So today, the high scores that we have are not going to look particularly impressive, but they're going to be fine all the same. Alamar the Warlock, 3 attack, 0 defense, 12 spell power, 5 knowledge. I've got a feeling that he is going to run at the first sign of danger. Can I keep him from running? Not without some additional spells, I think. I think it's going to be a little too late. Magic arrow. And he shall run, saving the lives of his troops like a good general, and I salute him for that. Folks, major event, green player's been vanquished. Very happy with the way that this scenario went. Very happy for more Heroes of Might and Magic in the near future, and I'm always excited for what the future may bring. Again, I don't usually say please like, please subscribe, and all that, but if you've reached this point in the video, I would sure appreciate it. I'm just interested to see if I do ask, what kind of response will I get? I'm very interested. I'm also a little scared. So be gentle with me. But hopefully you're having a great day. Hopefully this was worth your time. And as always, I'm always looking to improve, and I'm grateful for all the people that spend the time to help make me a better player. 86 days, base score of 149 with the impossible difficulty. That gives us a score of 268 for a Black Dragon rating. I think that actually will make it to my top 10 scores. I think that Surf and Turf was about 243. So this rating of a Black Dragon, I'm happy for it, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to add this to my list of high scores here, and I'm going to see if I can combine them in the very near future. Folks, grateful for the opportunity, grateful for the time. Look after you, look after your friends, look after your family. Because if you don't, who will? Until I see you next time, my name is Phixfox. I'll catch you around. Thanks.